stage a fake fight on the air. Oh, a show. It's embarrassing.
God damn it, the mics are on. All right, we'll do it next week. Everybody will forget by then.
Of course. I don't trust, there's a story about all these AI stories. This is how untrustworthy I am now. Because I've seen stories about me that are AI, and they're pretty obvious when they're AI. They're so bad.
What about you transitioning?
I mean, I understand how AI can get that wrong. They apparently caught the swell of my bosoms and my side fat.
Wouldn't it be great?
Lactating comedian.
Wouldn't it be great if you found out that the articles about that were supposed to be about you getting married, but they just started writing about you transitioning into Nikki Norton? Wouldn't it be great if you found out those were not AI articles, that somebody did make that mistake?
Yeah, especially if they had interviewed Nikki for them.
Yeah.
No, I'm fascinated by them. But I saw there was this giant data breach of Twitter, a whole bunch. They said billions of accounts were compromised across different platforms. They said might be the biggest data breach ever, whether it's true or not. And they're like, go to this place to see if you've been affected and enter your phone number. And this was a Daily Mail article, but I still didn't do it. I don't trust it.
Of course not.
I don't trust it.
It's probably an ad. Yeah, it's probably.
No, there was a data breach. So I think it was. I think it was.
It's probably.
But there are websites where you can do that.
Right. No, yeah. I know. I'm just saying I didn't trust it. Like I didn't.
But you think it's an ad for the
website? This felt like maybe it was an ad mixed into a story.
Yeah, I think it was. It sounded.
This felt like a story. And I also I went to Twitter and also cross-checked news.
Yeah.
And it was being talked about there too, like this giant. But again, I don't.
This was everywhere. Yeah.
This was okay. But I'm just saying that.
But the type in your information part.
I was like, I don't know if that's a fucking, because on Facebook, I get messages telling me my Facebook account's going to be closed.
And that's fake.
All fake.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are services that go like, okay, we'll like delete your information from databases. Just put your information in so we can delete it. And you're like, wait a minute, but if I put my information into you...
It's another database.
Yeah.
And you're not going to delete it. You're going to sell it.
Yeah. Or you'll delete it from those databases, but then you'll sell your database.
Yeah. Because I've said, like, sometimes they'll say, like, to secure my account, they need me to send my phone number and password, and I'll do that because they're going to secure my account.
Oh. Like just in an email?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, random message.
Sure, like from a Hotmail account.
Check if your data has been leaked in a red.
All you do is enter your email address.
A phone number too, no?
Or
if you want to.
Oh, didn't want to. Oh, okay. I thought you had to enter both. I'm like, email address. I mean,
yeah, you can just enter your email address, and then it'll show if it's been involved in any of these leaks that have been made public.
I didn't even click the link.
No, I would have been suspicious too. Is Cyber News like a real site?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it said a phone number and email. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah. No, I'd be with you. I'd go, you know what?
I don't even use Cash App. Like, I know it's silly. Like, I'll use Venmo. I pay for a lot of my stuff again. But Cash App, I don't really need it, but it's just, I've tried to use it, and they want so much information, it just freaks me out. Like, I guess that's normal. Venmo. I guess it is, right? I don't know why it freaks me out.
Yeah. No.
Entering Social Security, the last digits, like any of that shit to verify your identity.
It's tough. You got to really know who you're dealing with. You have to really know exactly what you're putting into and exactly where you're putting it in. And even if you try, hard to make sure that you're not doing anything stupid, you end up doing something stupid anyway. Or they just get it from wherever they get it from. It's very difficult to wholly avoid.
Yeah, I guess it is, man. And it's all out there and in so many places. You try to be smart about it, but I feel like it's a losing battle. Like, Social Security is a big one.
Yeah.
But even if you, like I said with credit card companies, they've gotten very good at reimbursing if you get ripped off. Like, I've never had a company not reimburse me or not. But they do fire out little messages if there's something suspicious. A lot of my activity, like for instance, they still don't understand that I buy Kiss posters. And they'll see a pricey one, and they'll go, this doesn't look right. And I'll go, unfortunately, it is. It's embarrassing. Yes, unfortunately, it's right.
That's the only problem with the added security is that sometimes they will shame you.
sometimes they make you realize like I'm such an asshole. My computer doesn't even believe I just did this.
You wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Would you? No, I did.
No.
No, I made that.
Yeah.
I consciously made that decision.
Yeah, I just made that.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you think that's a good idea,
Yep.
yes. Yes, please stop asking.
Please.
I don't want to have to explain it to you, too. I already have to explain it to the people who live in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this data breach, though.
I was just reading about it yesterday. So I was just saying that the idea of, with these AI stories, you don't know what's legit. It is getting to that point where, because they do mix in ads on the Daily Mail for Netflix store. You don't know what's real, what's an ad, what's an AI generated story. Like,
yeah, it's interesting. It gets to a point where it actually does matter. Like we were talking yesterday about Sports Illustrated going away. Like having a thing like that, like this article is in Forbes. So you would think if it's a Forbes article, it's legit. Like
Forbes is very trustworthy.
they are.
I've only
There's
gotten
one guy there who I find a bit untrustworthy. I keep sending me dick pics.
Yeah, but it's interesting that we are getting to a place where it's actually becoming more important. Like there was a while where independent journalism was more sort of whatever. It was more important than the established media, but now established things that you can trust, that you know, like, okay, at least I know this is a real article. It's becoming more important, but at the same time, you find out a month ago that Sports Illustrated, before they did what they did, was running AI articles.
Yeah, Forbes I still think is trustworthy, and
I do too.
I think there's enough of them that you look at and go, at least, all right, I think that they're trying.
Yes, yes. And that's going to be the job, I think, of a lot of the newspapers, too. You know, that's where papers like the New York Times and the quote-unquote papers of record need to make sure that they're, like, on top of all of this because, like you just said, it's going to be very, very difficult to know what sources you can actually trust.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was just thinking, as you're saying, I'm like, is that what's going to help save print media? But no, it won't, because it'll be, nobody will wait the next day to see if it's, because chances are if they went through the vetting process and it's in the paper, that's a lot harder to get through than just posting something real quick. But yeah, it'll have to be the source, the paper, or the brand.
Yeah, it just becomes the brand, you know. Yeah.
I just thought of that, though. It's getting harder and harder to know who to trust. Where's your... Oh, God. And that wasn't out. That was out the front. That was a queef. Was that your keyboard?
No, it was this little, it was this thing I have over here, but I move it every day. It never made him sound like that.
Oh, it made a loud sound.
Sure did.
Whoa.
Is that annoying?
No.
No.
Okay.
I actually prefer it to what we're talking about. Move it again one more time. Just make sure.
Oh, jeez.
There's nothing I like more than that sound.
I won't do it again.
I want that all the time.
It is nice to know that you can do that, so when somebody bombs, if there's just a moment of silence, you can just wait.
Yeah, like,
And then...
let's see if it works. We were talking about cybersecurity. They're going to have to hire little security guards to stand by the paper, you know.
If it's at all possible, I think if you could give it even more of a beat, to get a nice beat of silence, and then... You want to try again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, the cybersecurity stuff is nuts, man.
Give it a beat, but not the musical type, Trav, you know. Yeah.
Works for me.
That's great. And there's times where you could do it where someone is just saying something that you don't want to hear.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just kind of do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A nice interrupter.
Yeah, like I just feel like, I mean...
It's good that we have a tool in here that will help us guide conversation better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But it gives Travis a lot of power.
Yeah. I want to talk DVDs. Is there... Oh, my God. That is funny.
Yeah.
I love a good awful sound like that.
Yeah, I just saw this thing that said Google News searches have ranked AI-generated ripoffs above real articles, including a Post exclusive. Of course, this was written by the Post, so they probably have a bit of an axe to grind here.
Sure they do.
Now, are they actually turning up early in the results, or is it one of those things where they're you know how, like, if you pay to have ads at the top of the Google results, it looks like it's the top of the Google results, but it's actually an ad?
So these are AI articles that are, like, basically just lifting real articles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Are they changing them at all?
No, they're putting a byline that's, like, attributed to some guy who's written 17,000 articles, you know, which is incredible. Like, good for him.
Because that's this month.
That's just this month.
Wow.
Yeah. Dozens and dozens a day.
Wow.
But if you search Google News by date, those articles are coming up before the actual, like, exclusive Post story.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But it's not necessarily. It's probably more, AI companies figuring out how to game the system than, like, Google actively pushing these.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Websites.
Yeah, I think it's just Google playing catch up with
Yeah.
AI companies knowing exactly how their algorithms work.
Oh. Yeah, I guess AI can help you with a lot of stuff.
I mean, that's actually
With
very
the
good. That's very good insight.
I meant to say, yeah, you're right.
Did you hear what he said? I didn't realize.
With the algorithms and stuff.
Oh, yeah, because they would know.
Okay, you just telling me that?
They would know 100%. I just heard in my one ear as Troy is screening the calls. He goes, "Okay, are you just telling me that? Okay, thanks."
Was it helpful, Troy?
No.
Just the annoyed.
Ray from Georgia said, that sounds like an elephant. I was like, okay, you're just telling me this?
Yeah. Oh, okay, thanks, Ray.
Just wanted you to know, Troy.
Noted.
Thank you, buddy. I'll pass that info along if need be. Yeah, everything's changing.
More things change.
The more they're changing.
More they're changing.
NFL fans were very mad that there was a playoff game on Peacock.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
And they just announced this morning, like literally 30 minutes ago, that WWE just signed their new TV deal for Raw, which is a show on it's been on cable since 1993.
Yeah.
It's going to Netflix.
At least
So
Netflix is Netflix. It's a $5 billion deal.
Yeah. $5 billion 10-year deal.
All right, so $500 million a year. Wow.
Which is way more than they're making on
Yeah.
they're on USA right now. I mean, it is different, obviously, because you're going, this is where we're going to be every single week. Right? If you want to watch the show, this is where we'll be, not
For 10 years or 5 years.
10.
And there's language freedom here that you probably don't have on the network if you want it.
If you want it. I'm sure they're still going to have a family-friendly product, but if you were to want it. I mean, the
Don't they
WWE,
already have that, though? Since USA's cable?
I guess since they're on cable, they could say the SH words.
They can, but cable will self-regulate for advertisers. Like they act like networks. So silly.
Yeah. Yeah, so they got a $5 billion plus deal for Raw to be on Netflix for 10 years starting in 2025.
Oh, when their contract runs out.
Yeah. But they still have a deal with Peacock where the library is stored until the Peacock deal ends, which means that there's going to be shows that promote Raw on Netflix on Peacock, which is just wild. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, it's great for Netflix, I think.
Yes.
Right? To have a spot that's got this level of audience to going this is where we watch this every single week.
And do they have how many live things do they have?
Well, that's
bringing people in every week.
That's the thing, that nothing.
Yeah, this is like a step into network direction in a weird way. Like this 100%. Is a live show we're doing, yeah.
100%. Yeah, I mean, they did the Chris Rock special live. They did that reality show Reunion live. Like, they've done a couple of one-offs live.
They did that golf tournament where Bert tackled someone.
Oh, yeah, they did the Bert Kreischer Security Golf Tournament live. But they don't have any weekly shows that are live.
No.
I don't think. Chelsea, you
They would
think?
do, yeah. I was
But that
thinking
wasn't
Chelsea.
live. Yeah, it was topical. And
Oh,
it was
Chelsea's topical show?
Chelsea was on 3 times a week, and it was like
Was she 3 times a week?
I believe it was 3 times a week, and it was taped either the day of or the day before. Like it was taped right then and put right on, but it wasn't live.
Did it do well, or were people not ready for that, like a daily thing on Netflix?
I think people were not ready for it.
it just wasn't where they were going to go to watch something
Yeah,
that topical.
yeah. I think this is more of a move. I mean, if you watch Raw, you watch Raw, right? Like regardless, you're gonna watch it on Netflix
Yeah.
if you've got it.
Her show was such a success. Like, I guess she got sick of it, but like when you have something that's that successful, do you just want to go on and do other things, or maybe she just got bored?
Yeah, it must be tough. I mean, when you're making enough money, that more money is just more money. Like it's always good to have more money, but at a point, for what? You know, I don't need it anymore.
Right.
I've got enough, and I'm bored doing this or that. You know, and maybe she thought she was starting the next phase of something, and it just wasn't. It was too early.
Yeah, maybe Netflix was just not. Maybe this is something that's different than, because you can watch this in a month or 2 months and it doesn't lose anything. Whereas topical stuff will 2 days later, a month later, it's gone.
Right. So you're gonna tune in and watch live, or if you want to go back and watch episodes of Raw. It's
Watch
amazing.
3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, 8 to 11?
Yeah. Every week. It's a long show.
That's a live show.
It's live. 3 hours live every week. It's a crazy undertaking.
It sure is.
They do 3 hours on Monday live every week. 2 hours on Tuesday live every week. 2 hours on Friday live every week.
No pre-taping. That's insane.
And then pay-per-views that are live, every month or so.
Do they have different guys in charge? Is there a guy in charge of Raw and another guy in charge of what they do on Tuesday?
Ultimately, no.
I mean, it's Vince, right? But
Triple H, not Vince.
oh,
Yeah. I mean, they have creative teams,
yeah.
and writers and all that stuff. They have, but, the same production people. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's a show, and they've just figured out this is what we do. Build the set every single Monday, come in here, first thing in the morning, build the set.
Different
blah, blah,
place or same place?
blah. No, different place. Monday, the Tuesday shows in Orlando every week, but the Raw and SmackDown are in a different arena.
When is SmackDown?
Friday
Oh, that's the Friday one.
on Fox.
Does Triple H get vacation? Like, do him and Stephanie get to go away for a week with no wrestling?
I mean, I'm sure that they could, right? I'm sure that Triple H could be like, hey, you're going to be in charge of the show this week. But, I mean, WWE has just never been built to have vacation time.
Yeah, I guess not. I would go. You must burn out.
The
burnout.
commentators are there like 52 weeks a year.
Is it the same guys?
Yes.
They don't do like UFC will have. They have a couple of guys that will rotate in and out
No, it's the same commentary team. Same
for
ring announcer.
SmackDown and Raw.
No. SmackDown has a commentary team.
Oh.
Raw has a commentary team. SmackDown has a ring announcer. Raw has a ring announcer. So it's once a week plus pay-per-views
So basically, you're
But
doing
it's 52
3
weeks a
hours.
year.
3 hours live a week.
plus pay-per-views.
Well, who does the pay-per-views? The Raw, or the SmackDown guys.
One guy from Raw, one guy from SmackDown.
Oh,
So
that's all the whole thing. That's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
So much.
It's a lifestyle.
It is, and there's no break.
No break. It's like it's the days. You're not thinking of vacation in terms of weeks. You're like, oh, I have this Tuesday to Thursday that I think I can take off.
Are there ever like a week where they don't do it because of a holiday or something, or no?
They did. It was actually like big news in that world that for the first time they did the week leading up to Christmas and Christmas off, which they usually do not do. But so they pre-taped like they did. I think especially because they figured they wouldn't be watching the shows as much anyway. But I think Christmas and New Year's were both on Monday this year.
I think so.
Right. So they pre-taped those shows. They did like a best of or whatever. And then, they took a week off. And it was, see, there's like headlines. It's wild. Can you believe this? A week off?
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Live announcing every week?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Just to see. And
You have to do homework for it?
at first. and then eventually it's just it's second nature.
Yeah, I guess you know all the storyline, but you have to follow all the storylines.
Very much so.
Do you have to watch everything else that's going on?
You should.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, you never know when stuff's going to interact with each other. You should watch everything that's going on. Just like, I mean, in UFC, you should, if you're doing that commentary, you should be aware of every fighter and every potential fighter.
Yeah, they are. They interview fighters and guys like Dominic Cruz. It's like an encyclopedia of fight styles and they all kind of do it differently. But I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to be good at it, you should know absolutely everything going on.
Yeah, see, I auditioned for it. They thought I didn't have the knowledge.
You never told me you auditioned. When was?
I just kept saying, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it sounds like he, unfortunately, I feel like he's a little more beloved now than he used to be. But like Rob Bartlett, who did the Imus show, our buddy Rob Bartlett,
right.
When they first started Monday Night Raw, they were like, it was live in New York, and it was the first time they'd been live every week. So they were like, we just want some New York flavor. And so they brought Rob Bartlett in as just a comedian to do color commentary. And he was like, I don't know anything about wrestling. They were like, it's fine, don't even worry about it. And like he's known as the worst to ever do it.
How long did he do it for?
13 weeks.
Oh, he did that for 13 weeks.
13 weeks, yeah.
Did he get the hang of it at all and like learn about the wrestlers?
To an extent, like he did. I mean, he did a couple of funny things. He did one show dressed up as Vince when Vince wasn't there, and did the entire show doing a Vince McMahon impression, which was funny. But like, yeah, I mean,
Did people like his jokes?
No, first episode of Raw, Yokozuna comes out, and Rob Bartlett's call on commentary was, boy, that guy's got an ass the size of an amphitheater. And like, wrestling fans don't want to hear that. I mean, you look back now and I laugh because I know Rob and it's funny, and also because there's humor in the fact that it's like, this isn't going to work.
Were you enjoying it when you saw it?
As a kid, I didn't know why that guy was there. It's like Macho Man was there and Vince was there, and then Rob Bartlett was there throwing in his input. And I'm like watching as a kid going like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Yeah. Why is he on the show?
Macho Man.
It's actually quite good. Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
Is
it?
Yeah,
he doesn't have a big ass.
I believe at one point he referred to Yokozuna and said, look at the size of that Oriental. Which doesn't age well.
Well, yeah.
90s shot culture.
Yeah, well, at the time, it was probably the accepted nomenclature.
It might have been. It was actually 93, so it was a little pre-shot culture. But I think it was before we realized that was shot culture.
Yeah. So he was doing this live on Monday nights, then getting up for Imus. Tuesdays must have sucked for Bartlett.
They must have sucked. This was at the Manhattan Center, so I would imagine. So he must have stayed in the city.
He just grab a hotel.
Rolled into Imus.
Yeah. Go see the I-Man.
Yeah. What are you doing, that stupid wrestling thing?
Oh, for sure. That's how Charles McCord.
I remember listening to Imus.
Thank you, Donald.
Was that Charles?
Yep.
I didn't know you did a Charles McCord.
Sure.
I didn't know you had one in the
Imus
chamber.
is dead. Bernie is dead.
That's crazy.
Bernie was so funny on that show, too.
Yeah, he was.
He was in his 60s. He was not that. Brian McGurk. He was a nice guy, too. Him and Sid had that show. It was a really fun show on ABC, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Done it a couple times. They're great guys, and I mean, Sid still is a great guy, but Bernie was a really nice dude and really fucking funny.
Yeah.
But Armor Gurk he used to do fucking Cardinal O'Connor on Imus, and he was just vicious. He was really brutal. Yeah, hilarious guy.
Is this Rob Bartlett giving us some of his comedic stylings?
Watching you live. So you got to...
drop kick. Maybe that'll do it.
No.
Another one.
It's like trying to stop a battleship with a slingshot. You staggered him. Coco's hurt.
Coco, beware. With a gallant effort a moment ago. And...
You better watch it.
No.
Whoa!
Is that a butt drop?
No, it wasn't a butt drop, Rob. That was a leg drop. Of course it wasn't. See, like...
Oh, the City Center, yeah.
Rob is coming from the... No, that's the... Yeah, the Manhattan Center. It's above the Hammerstein, yeah. Rob's like coming from this world where it's okay to point out how ridiculous and absurd all this is.
Sure.
But when you're in, like, part of the suspension of disbelief is that we all take this, like, super seriously.
And we don't just deconstruct the obvious things that are fun to make fun of. Because then it's just like, oh, no.
What? He drop his butt on him?
Well,
No, of
it's
course
a
he
leg
did not.
drop.
That
Vince
would
is
be
like, no.
no. God damn it!
Is
no.
that Vince with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it is.
that like pure energy voice. No, he didn't. That's Vince.
Well, Vince hired him.
Yeah, he did.
You got it. Whoa!
Is that a butt drop?
I don't know what it is.
He can
Normally
name
it'd
it
be
anything he
considered a
wants
leg
right
drop.
there.
Trying to cover for him.
Yeah. You think Vince talked to him about that? I don't know. I'd love to ask Rob about that. What was Vince like to him? Like, did he go, hey, look, don't do this? And he kept him for 13 weeks.
Yeah, I think he was always good to Rob. Like, he knew who he hired. He wasn't expecting Rob to come in with
Sure.
and treat it seriously like it was what it was. And Vince would always do weird stuff like that. Like, he sometimes didn't mind throwing a monkey wrench into it and just seeing what happened.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think Vince disliked Rob.
Monkey wrench, gorilla glue. Damn, apes are taking over construction, you know.
Regular Joe's going to have a tough time in here.
Are those guys still? Oh, that's not regular Joe.
Is it Regular Joe's friend?
That's just Jim Norton.
No, it's somebody's uncle.
Who's uncle?
Doug's.
What's Doug's uncle's name again?
Cal.
Cal Bell. I stand corrected, and I hope you forgive me. Cal's going to have a difficult time in here.
Are these guys still wrestling?
Yoko is no longer with us.
Passed away?
Yes. And Coco is alive.
Beware, yeah.
Coco Beware, but he's not wrestling anymore.
Oh, okay.
He's doing cameos, though.
Very lucrative source of income, cameo. Do you still do them?
Here and there. I don't promote it at all, but every now and then something.
Yeah, I always forget to promote it, but I still get them. I mean, I like. It's nice to see those come in. Little cash rolls in. Yeah, very nice.
There he is.
Oh, he's taking a break.
Oh, he's taking a break right now? Yeah. Probably all that George Santos heat. He took all the cameos from everybody.
Is Santos still doing them?
I think so.
Good for him.
I think so.
Good
I think
for
he's
George.
doing very well.
I'm Team Santos.
I mean, I don't think it's lucrative for everybody, but I bet it's very lucrative for George. Look at that. He's gone down to $350.
How much was he?
He is operating on the Ticketmaster price. He really, what's that called? Dynamic pricing?
Sure.
Yeah, George Santos is dynamic pricing his cameos. I don't know anybody that's editing his price more than him. At its peak, it was $5.
All right, so he's bouncing around. He's with the brand new year. He probably senses people are tightening their purse strings because of the holidays being gone.
You don't think
Christmas
interest
bills?
I think it's because interest is waning.
That would be a part of why the purse strings need to be tightened, is the interest has what we call gone off a cliff.
By industry standards.
Yeah, but again, we all ebb and flow.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, George clearly understands supply and demand.
He's not stupid.
No. Yeah, when he was at the height, when he was on Kimmel doing his cameos, they were $500. Kept it going for a little bit. I think he charged Z-Way a whole bunch of money for an interview.
Is he going to jail?
Well, he hasn't been tried yet. I don't think he's been tried.
No,
He's going
I
to
think
court.
I think he's trying to cut a deal
Oh, okay.
to avoid jail.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because otherwise he's going to have to pay lawyers with all his cameo money. Probably enjoys having a couple bucks in his pocket.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Oh, look at that. You could do a birthday, a wedding speech. Oh, can you imagine George Santos doing your wedding speech?
More than anything. In person, though.
Like, somebody would think that was funny. And go like, you just... I mean, it's such an of-the-moment thing.
It'll always... It's one of those things that even though it's like, Scaramucci, all these guys that are like...
Dude, if you...
There and then they're not there. Santos was like really... He went hard.
Yeah, but weddings are the things that you talk about 20 years from now. 20 years from now, you're going to be like, remember I got that George Santos cameo? You're going to be saying, who's George Santos?
No, they'll all be going, my God. When he had the glasses, he looked like Doc Ock.
Hello, Peter.
Specifically, Alfred Molina's portrayal.
Oh, my God, was that good? What did he say? I'm going to peel the flesh from her bones. God damn, is Alfred. But he's good in everything.
He's never been bad.
He's a big motherfucker. He was here one time.
Is he big?
Dude, he is a giant guy. I saw him and I took a picture with him. It's like I was like his nephew.
Really?
He's a big motherfucker, man.
I didn't know that. I would have
I'm
expected
going to guess he's 6'3".
6'2".
6'2". Okay, he was just a stocky. Maybe he was heavier then, but he was a big man.
I didn't think he was big, specifically big at all.
I
didn't
was
think he small,
surprised.
but
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah.
I guess that's why Cosmo looks so small next to him.
Yeah, you have to assume he was fucking Cosmos' ass.
After he was lighting off the firecrackers?
Yeah, the satin robe, his little underpants.
There was a very sexual vibe in the room.
There was a very... Cosmo was an absolute little bottom who would act up. He was acting out. But I guarantee you that fucking, whatever his name was, would do coke all night.
Yeah.
And then pound Cosmos' shitter.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Soft, smooth, imported bottom.
Okay.
Young
Yeah, no.
Cosmo.
I like to analyze the scene beyond what you see.
Little
so that's-
underpants. I mean, why else would you let someone... Believe me, I have to be blowing loads in a person if they're throwing firecrackers in my house. You don't get away with that if there's no fucking loads being drained.
Thrown. I mean, what a tense environment. Just with all these sounds happening.
Yeah.
Why is that guy throwing firecrackers?
Little autistic Cosmo in the back.
He likes firecrackers. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, it's Cosmo. They're the guy with the gun, bag of coke.
It's such a brilliant scene.
The tension, the way they stay on Wahlberg's face, it's so fuck. Or Thomas Jane was so fucking as he's building to doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is that a good?
It's masterful.
This is a really underrated movie. Like everyone loves this movie, but it's like how well this was acted.
I think people, there are too many people who love it like tongue in cheek, like, oh, it's a fun movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a brilliant movie.
It's a brilliant movie, yeah. And this is my favorite. I mean, what an amazing. The lighting is great in this. It's dark and like.
It's your favorite Paul Thomas Anderson? Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's one of my favorite. I want to say cameos, but it's a little more than a cameo.
Alfred Molina?
Yeah, it's the
It's
energy.
like a bit part.
We've talked about this before too. What I love is the energy this guy had, and like how comfortable he was just doing this in front of a camera crew and not giving a fuck.
He didn't care.
He didn't care.
Not great shape.
No.
In his underwear, in his thong, in his bikini briefs, with his silk robe.
Yeah. What a fun way to live.
Plus,
When he
it's
does
like
the piano with his hands. Motoring. Oh, come on, he's the fuck. Who's better than this guy?
no, he's having a good time. He loves music.
Yeah. See, that's the type of thing I would try to do, and a director would go, Jim, no, just do the lines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That it'd be so easy to play that character way over the top,
Well,
like cartoony.
They said Burt Reynolds was doing an Irish accent at one point, and they didn't like it. They had to tell him not to. And Burt Reynolds was not an easy guy to tell things to. I don't know how they told him.
Mark Summers found that out the hard way on Leno.
Indeed, he did. Yeah. Well, Burt fucking almost punched him with that pie.
Oh, you wanted to break his nose?
Yeah, this was a great fucking great scene.
Yeah,
Cosmo.
it's amazing.
I'd love to be Cosmo in this scene, even though I'm too fat to be Cosmo.
Yeah,
But
I
I'd
don't
love
know.
to be
You're probably
Cosmo.
more likely the bodyguard than Cosmo.
That's a little hurtful. But Cosmo didn't have any dialogue.
Oh, so it's like you could just.
I was in this scene.
But see, like that, like right there.
The gun?
Yeah, when the jacket kind of opens and you see that, and
This guy's just freebasing.
yeah, he realizes that the bodyguard's got a gun. Now Alfred Molina's freebasing as if it's just a thing. Everyone's so good in this.
Yeah. No, thanks, sir. No, sir.
John C. Reilly is just unbelievable.
How good is Mark Wahlberg, too? He's sitting there like a little kid who's on the wrong stop for school, like the wrong bus stop.
Yeah.
It's really good. And because John Holmes was they had to say Johnny Wad so that they could say that this wasn't his life. But a lot of this is based on John Holmes' life, which
You
was
mean Dirk Diggler?
is based on John Holmes.
Right.
Yeah. But they referenced John Holmes in this, so they could say, "Hey, it's
I see what
separate."
you're
Yeah.
saying. I see what you're saying.
But it was called, I think, the the Wonderland or the Winterland murder.
Wonderland.
I don't remember. Yeah, it was a drug murder that John Holmes was involved with somehow. It was probably something like this. But he fucking he was turning tricks, John Holmes, just like Dirk was. And then he caught the virus. Died of AIDS.
Yeah.
Johnny Wad.
Johnny Wad, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Just playing with a gun
Oh, he's
now.
playing Russian roulette.
He's just playing with a loaded gun.
I mean, what a fun.
Just sticks it right under his chin. Having a good time. Reynolds' big problem with the film, according to Wahlberg, was the rhythm of Anderson's script, to which he had a hard time getting accustomed. That motivated Reynolds to try to play his part with an Irish accent, a bizarre move that caused Wahlberg to burst out in laughter on the set, and which Anderson humored for a few takes, but finally and wisely nixed.
What's he doing? You're not supposed to be doing it. Burt Reynolds. But Mark Wahlberg started laughing.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude? Why are you doing that?
Especially since Burt was a better actor.
Than Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah. Sure.
In this era?
In everything. I mean, he's Burt Reynolds. I mean,
He is Burt
he's
Reynolds.
great.
He is Burt Reynolds.
And Mark Wahlberg is great.
Yeah.
But Burt Reynolds is fucking Burt Reynolds.
Before this, Paul Thomas Anderson did Magnolia after this, right?
Was that after this? No.
I think it was after.
Everything was after this.
That's what I was.
Well, no, not a lot of stuff happened in the world.
That's actually Travis. Yeah.
Was this your Big Bang?
Yeah, see that. Okay, see he did Hard 8, and then Boogie Nights was his. Yeah, was his first like big giant movie, which is insane. The idea that even Paul Thomas Anderson would be like, "Hey, Burt," like there are a lot of inexperienced directors that would just let Burt do it.
I would have.
You would have?
Sure. I've done it myself by accident. I would get why Burt fell into it. I wonder if that's embarrassing for a guy like Burt. He's like, can we not do the accent? What? I thought I was being really good there.
Yeah, that sounded good to me.
What's the rhythm he meant? Like I guess the
there's a cadence, there's a pace to Paul Thomas Anderson's writing. It's like, yeah, there's just a lot packed in to every sentence.
Kind of like who writes like that? Oh God, he's a playwright. Joe Montana, David Mamet.
David Mamet.
It's probably like one of those. Like you ever watch that House of Games? It's really good. It's Joe Montana, who I fucking love. And J.T. Walsh is in it. William H. Macy has like a very, very small scene in a bus station or in a. It's about guys that are rip-off artists and guys that are con artists. And the pacing is like this. I want to. Should we? Yes, we should. No, we should. It's this weird, almost like Meisner exercise technique.
Like what's his name? Who did The Newsroom and The West Wing? Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin has a specific style like that too.
You ever saw House of Games?
I don't think I've ever.
The game.
Really great in this. She played like a psychologist or a teacher who wanted to learn the con game.
This bitch.
That's not her. Why would you say that?
What's her name?
You talking about Lilia Scala?
Yeah.
Lilia Scala. You don't know about Lilia Scala?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Rest in peace. Died in 94.
Jesus.
What is she, old?
I believe that's a different.
She was the first woman credited, so I figured maybe that was her.
Is that her?
I mean, nobody's
She's
seen
not-
House of Games, bro.
Yeah. You tell me.
But she's not 96.
This movie didn't come out in 94. It came out in 87.
No. But they said her
yeah,
age.
she would have been. Yeah, she was born in 1896, so yeah, she would have been.
Yeah, she would have
Oh.
been in her 90s.
Soup's old, yeah.
She would have been 90.
She wasn't Soup's old in the trailer.
No. She was on the younger side.
All right.
House of Games.
I recommend this very highly. And J.T. Walsh, who did die, was great in this. They're
Rest
all
in
great.
peace.
Yes, rest in peace, J.T. Walsh. And there's other faces you recognize, like, oh, I've seen that guy before. They're all like really seasoned, good actors.
William H. Macy.
Very small scene. It's like when he was just kind of, he plays a guy in a, like I said, it's a Western Union. But I recommend it.
And then he would be the one that would go over to all the Paul Thomas Anderson movies. The connection's right there. We're playing the Jeff Goldblum movie game.
I guess so.
Yeah.
This was his first movie? Oh, no, sorry. I
Part 8.
thought you were saying Paul
Boogie
Thomas.
Nights
yeah.
was Paul Thomas Anderson's second movie. But it was the first big movie. I mean, I don't know that anybody has had a run. Maybe Scorsese.
Sure. Spielberg.
But just looking at the 4 movie, to go from Boogie Nights to Magnolia to Punch Drunk Love to There Will Be Blood.
Tarantino.
Yeah, probably Tarantino might be up there. Those are like 4 of the best
Oliver
movies
Stone?
ever. No, Oliver Stone hasn't done 4 in a row that good.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
You're gonna look like a real.
Yeah,
asshole.
Let's see if
The
he's done.
Doors was a good movie.
It wasn't anywhere near There Will Be Blood.
But it was that was very good. Yeah, it was great.
One of the best movies ever.
I mean, I wouldn't give it that, but I did really like it. Daniel Day-Lewis is excellent, but I mean, Oliver Stone is.
Platoon, Wall Street, Talk Radio, Born on the 4th of July. Those are.
I mean, yeah, come on.
No way.
Talk Radio was okay.
No way.
But
Talk
I mean,
Radio fucks that whole thing up.
No.
And Born on the 4th of July isn't as good as.
That was Tom Cruise's best performance.
Yeah, but it
ever.
wasn't as good as Boogie Nights or There Will Be Blood.
I think it was.
Magnolia is a personal favorite, so I'm trying to be, not emotional about this.
I don't know if I agree. I prefer Boogie Nights, but Born on 4th of July was fucking
It was good.
excellent. Yeah, and Tom Cruise was great. Willem Dafoe was great in that. No, Oliver Stone had a run. Wait, what were the 4? Is JFK in that run?
No.
Jesus.
Okay, so we could do Born on the 4th of July.
Okay.
The Doors, JFK.
What's Blue Steel Reverse of Fortune?
Well, these are movies that he didn't direct.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about,
No, that's fine.
Yeah, like these are movies that he produced.
Okay, that's fine.
3 a year, this motherfucker.
That's wild.
Just movies he directed.
Right.
And preferably wrote and directed. Because Paul Thomas Anderson wrote and directed.
Looks like he has directed everything he's written.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he had some.
He's great. I'm not insulting. I
Why
love
are you
Oliver
shitting on
Stone.
Oliver Stone?
No.
Just because you're a big
No.
PTA cock.
I
know you are.
Oh yeah, big PTA cock for sure. But no, I'm a fan of Oliver Stone.
Sure,
Big fan.
his politics at least.
Just his stance on Russia mainly.
Do you know?
You owe your entire career to Oliver Stone.
I do. I mean, there's yes, I do. You know what? Nobody's gonna run like Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone's a star maker.
Do you know what? I was on looking on Twitter 2 days ago, and I went down this weird rabbit hole of looking at photos of Dennis Rader with his family. So fucking bizarre to see the BTK
It's wild.
killer with his daughter at her prom, or like on a fishing trip. It was so fucking holding her up for like. There's a couple of different pictures of him holding her up to put the star on the Christmas tree. Like it's so. And this guy wasn't just a murderer,
Psychotic.
but he was such a brutal. Like he would hang people and jerk off while they suffocate. Like he was a complete sociopath. And here he is with his daughter on her wedding day.
Psychotic.
Isn't it weird to see a guy just being a dad and like he probably would have taken a bullet for her?
Yeah, it's got to fuck her up bad.
Yeah, there's a graduation. There's dad, normal dad.
In his dad shirt.
And his dad hairdo and his
Yep.
mustache.
He's got a little pen in his pocket.
Dad's losing the old hair.
Yep.
Dad hung children and jerked off while they died. I mean,
Well,
it's-
you know, Dad.
You know, Dad. And that's not even the only picture. There's another one where she's really there. How adorable is that? And then you zoom in on his. I think they said that he killed people by then and after this.
Dad, can you come to my recital? Yeah, I can't come tonight.
Yeah, I
Busy.
can. Dad, why is there tape and rope in the no, I'm just kidding. After I drop
Crafts.
you off, I'm
Crafts.
gonna kidnap a family, and I'm gonna choke them and then jerk off while they die. What? Nothing. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought of that, but I we were talking about something that spun me into that thought,
Yeah.
and it's just insane. I hate that. I hate the title of the book, "A Serial Killer's Daughter."
What?
I
It's
know.
a
I don't like the
story.
name of it.
I mean,
But it's too on the nose.
It is on the
What do you-
nose.
A serial killer's daughter. And they underline it all in red. Like, we got it. It's a title.
okay. I mean, she's gone through it.
No, I don't dislike her. She certainly has buried her feelings.
Yeah.
A lot of us, with stress, we eat.
You stress eating?
So not me.
Oh.
What?
She went through a lot.
Why are you insulting BTK's
I'm not.
daughter?
I'm not.
I don't understand why you are on a path of rage against the BTK killer's
No,
daughter.
I feel bad for her. And it reminded me, there's another terrible fucking murder. And they finally arrested a guy for it. The Delphi killings, those two teenage girls that were murdered on off the subway. It was a fucking horrible, and it took 5 years. We talked about this. And they hunted the guy, and they fucking wouldn't give any details about it. Yeah. And they fucking found him because there was I think it was an animal hair on the girls. And they-
oh yeah, we talked about it.
And it
yeah,
turned
we talked
out,
about
yeah,
it.
and he's got a goatee he looks like Bob Kelly now. And
It's a little bit like a guy who works here with that goatee.
Yes, he does. I bet he's growing it out so he can braid it.
that's right.
It's gonna look cool.
But this guy, I mean, he looks crazy, but he doesn't look like that type of butcher. And he's got an adult daughter. Like, he has a grown daughter. That's like, what the fuck is it?
So many of them. Doesn't what's his face on Long Island have a
Rifkin?
No.
Oh, yes, he does.
The
He has a couple
Dildo
kids.
Beach Killer?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
his
the
name? The
Dildo Beach
Dildo
Killer,
Beach
yeah.
Killer?
Raymond,
Rob.
No,
not
it's
Rob.
Rex
Ron?
Heuerman.
There you go. Thank you,
Ray.
Sam. Rex Heuerman.
Rex Heuerman.
Or Howerman, one of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have kids, and it's like, what is it? Ted Bundy's stepdaughter, I think, said he was abusive. But like, what is it like to grow up with a guy like this who's like an actual decent dad who does dad shit?
Yeah, how do you separate?
How do you?
Or yeah.
He wasn't just a murderer.
I mean, yeah, it was
it was
savage.
bizarre, fucking sex crimes. Like what Dennis Rader did, hanging the girl's like 9, hanging her and watching her. Like it's beyond anything of a guy who just picks up a girl. Like the fucking snipers in D.C. A guy firing is bad, but all right, a guy firing a gun from a distance. There's a different level of being a monster.
For sure. I mean, there's like just the total lack of any sort of thing resembling humanity.
Nothing.
When you're that hands-on and long, I mean, it's
Yeah.
hideous.
So what is it? What is that? I guess she wrote a book. Does she still talk to her dad? Does she hate him? Or is that still part like, hey, well, he still held me up for the Christmas stars, my father?
If you want to know the answers, you can buy the book.
Love to interview her.
I mean, the book already came out. That
And I
ship
know,
was
but still,
probably
why
sailing.
not? Hey. So how long did you cover for him?
That'd be really accusatory.
So, right or wrong, you drove the car. You drove the getaway.
I think right. What say you?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. Riddle me this. So you're telling me he did all this and you didn't know? He was, he got caught? Dennis Rader?
I don't remember.
He started up again, I guess, and he started communicating with the police, and they were doing it through the newspaper ads. And one of the things, he wanted to write something. I forget what he wanted to do, but he asked them, is a floppy disk traceable through newspaper ads? And they responded, no, it's not. They told a fib. And which I think should have got him off, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's not right.
I know. So he did something on a floppy disk and sent it in. And of course, they have gentlemen that can go in there and really look at, and they found a deleted Word document with metadata traced to a church. And the last person to update that file was Dennis Rader. And it turned out he worked in the church, but it was through that. It was like even computers got him.
And then Dennis Rader started going, this is not fair. You're not being fair.
And he wasn't wrong. I mean, you know what I mean? If I was his lawyer, I'd be like, well, you did fib.
You fibbed.
It's his fault though. They just can't stop trying to get caught.
Yeah, they
isn't
can't
it
stop getting
amazing?
closer and closer to the edge.
It's funny how Travis doesn't mind him jerking off while they die, but he's like, this ego thing has got to be tempered.
yeah. The hubris on these guys.
You know, ego, easing God out. Well, that's what you get.
It's a sin, you know.
But like the
Pride.
taunting, like,
Yes.
yeah,
Writing letters to newspapers
writing letters
and
to
stuff.
newspapers
They just can't help themselves. It's so much more
because
than
they
just
want to be.
celebrities
No,
and
yeah.
power.
And the cops are smart when they don't say what they're doing.
Yes, and
Like
they
the killers, many very often have no idea how close cops are,
Yeah.
and they're just waiting for you to do one more screw up.
and they wait for you, and they just
They're
they don't
patient.
give away. It was very frustrating because they wouldn't give out any details. But again, I think it was the cat hair, and they didn't want this guy to dig up his cat and get rid of it. Like
Right.
it was in the yard buried, so they just keep a lid on all this shit.
That's how they're gonna get Ian Fidance one day. A little
Oh.
cat hair.
Yeah, or an anus hair or
That's
fucking
right.
Groucho Marx glasses. Fuck.
To go back to that last conversation and the run of 4 movies, you had Tarantino's up.
I mean, yeah, come on.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Tarantino.
Tarantino's in.
Pick 4.
Yeah.
You ever see Pulp Fiction?
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
I've heard it's not great.
Oh yeah. I didn't like the language in Reservoir Dogs.
You know, if you're just going by, you didn't like that.
No,
I get that.
that's not appropriate.
For me, it was the violence that really was,
N-word,
it was a
N-word.
turn off to me.
Problematic.
Yeah. It's,
Problematic.
I think his best run of 4 in a row is probably the last 4.
You might not be wrong.
Inglourious Bastards, Django, Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time are, to me, all untouchable. And I feel like Four Rooms obviously is not,
Don't
you
count
know.
that. That doesn't count.
So it's like Jackie Brown's the only thing.
Jackie Brown's a great movie.
It's great, but
And
is
both
it?
Kill Bills?
No, but Jackie Brown would interrupt that.
No. I'm saying
series
then
of
both
four.
Kill Bill.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but then Death Proof. So that's the interrupter.
Yeah, it is.
I did like Death Proof. but
I liked it a lot
it's
too.
not
I
a
thought it was great,
masterpiece,
but it's
yeah.
not a masterpiece, and I don't think it was ever intended to be that. But like, yeah. So the question is Jackie Brown in that conversation? And you know, you could couple Kill Bill or call it a 5 in a row,
It's the same movie.
or I would agree with you.
If that's what he says, then
That's right.
that's how I'm counting.
But I would say that the bottom 4 are more 4 perfect movies in a row than the top 4.
Go to Scorsese.
Because Jackie Brown,
too.
I don't think is perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Does Scorsese have a
He
run
has to.
of 4?
I mean,
Especially early on.
King
I'm
of
sure.
Comedy, Raging Bull,
Yeah.
back to back. I mean, you know, there's obviously Mean Streets and fucking.
I don't like Mean Streets.
I don't either. I don't dislike it, but it's not as good as it's a good movie, but it's not as great as the other ones.
I like Mean Streets. and
Taxi
Greenwich.
Driver.
Okay, so let's say Well, New York, not really, right?
Right.
So let's go Raging Bull, King of Comedy, After Hours,
No.
not really.
Color
the
Money
issue
was
here, though,
good,
is
but-
that he's more of a director. Like,
Oh, good call.
you know, he's not writing and directing like Paul Thomas Anderson or Quentin Tarantino or even Oliver Stone.
Good call. So
Color
it's a little
Money.
different.
He's done a million movies.
Color Money, Last Temptation of Christ, Goodfellas, Cape Fear. Again, I wouldn't call them all masterpieces. Cape Fear was great.
Cape Fear and Goodfellas are
Oh, good. I'm sorry, I didn't
Unbelievable.
see Goodfellas. Cape Fear. Yeah.
Age of Innocence, not for me.
Nah.
Casino. Yeah, see, like that.
Cundy, he has ones thrown in there that you're like that stops a masterpiece run. Yeah. I guess.
Scorsese has more classics than probably anyone.
Yeah.
Go to
What about Kubrick? Kubrick's got to have 4 in a row. Maybe all in a row.
No,
I mean, what were his that weren't perfect?
and
that's not even saying that they're
Barry.
not-
I remember Barry Lyndon. There's The Killer, Barry Lyndon, Clockwork Orange, fucking Full Metal. He didn't do that many movies.
yeah.
Doctor Strangelove. Oh yeah. Okay.
So the question is Barry Lyndon, do you love it or does it screw things
Oh, The
up?
Killing. Sorry.
Because almost everything else from Doctor Strangelove on is
Hands
like
of Glory was a Kirk Douglas movie, which is very good. Spartacus is
Spartacus is
Lolita
really
is a
good.
fucking
Lolita is really good.
extremely respected movie.
But Doctor Strangelove on, other than maybe Barry Lyndon, everything's unbelievable.
Barry Lyndon was. I think the thing with Barry Lyndon was that it was all lit with candles.
Right.
It was a really beautifully shot movie. I don't remember it. I've seen it many years ago. I just don't remember it well enough to stick up for it or shit on it.
But those are the 2 sets of 3 for me.
Yeah.
Doctor Strangelove, 2001, Clockwork, and then Shining, Full Metal Jacket. And I love Eyes Wide Shut. Some people don't like it, but
Spartacus
I love
and Lolita, you could put up there. I mean, those are.
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, I'm Spartacus. Those are
4
very
in a row is
respected
tough.
movies.
Spielberg's tough too.
4 in a
what's
row is
Spielberg?
difficult.
Finding 4 in a row is tough.
Let me see Spielberg. You got E.T., you got Jaws.
Hook.
Jaws, Close Encounters.
I mean, come on.
1941. I've never seen
Hook.
1941.
I'm not saying Hook. Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Oh, Lost World, the
Lost
second
World,
one.
that kills it.
Lost World
Amistad,
kills it.
Saving Private Ryan, right then.
AI kills
That's
it.
right.
Kills that.
Catch Me If You Can, The Terminal stops
Yeah,
it.
Terminal was okay.
War of the Worlds, no.
Wait, Indiana Jones, Color Purple. Nope. Goonies.
Goonies.
Goonies, he did not
Empire of the Sun.
Oh, didn't direct.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 4 in a row.
Go down up to the 70s, please. Yeah, Jaws, Close Encounters, 1941.
1941 fucks it up.
It doesn't. It was great.
Is it?
That's very
it's
funny.
Not, it's not perfect, though.
It's a comedy.
I've never seen it.
Frank McRae is hilarious in that. Look up to, I think John Candy's in 1941.
No, come on. This
It's not a masterpiece, but it's a
Okay,
comedy.
okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
It's a different. It's like when you go into a comedy, you can't. There's no comedy that's going to stand on the list of Goodfellas or E.T. But 1941 was a good fucking movie.
Unless it's like
Is that John Belushi
like
too?
Punch Drunk Love.
John Belushi, yes.
Robert
Stack. We should get him in.
I love Robert Stack. We definitely need to get him in.
Can you see what was that? Because that was
Would you like Robert Stack for Unsolved Mysteries? He's been dead for some time, Roland.
Can we see the list again? Because I don't think that fucks up the list of Spielberg. That we were just
Yeah, I mean,
It
I only
interrupts the
wouldn't.
4.
I wouldn't consider it just because I've never seen it.
Jaws, Close Encounter, 41, Raiders, E.T., Raiders, E.T., Poltergeist, and Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone, my fuck. That was good though.
He didn't direct. Yeah, he didn't direct Poltergeist, and Twilight Zone's not a classic.
No. I mean, it's got a really funny hat removal scene.
Yeah, there's always one. It's not that they're bad. It's just not a masterpiece.
It's not as
that interrupts the line of 4. I think, except for Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson.
What does Paul Thomas Anderson have again?
It goes Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love.
There Will Be Blood.
I don't think I've seen.
It's unbelievable.
And There Will Be Blood. I wouldn't put in that. I think it's a great.
Oh, come on! There Will Be Blood is maybe the best of all those movies.
I wouldn't put it in that. I really liked it a lot. Paul Dano was great. Fucking Daniel Day-Lewis was masterful. But I like it a lot. It's a great movie. But I don't put it with Boogie Nights. I think Boogie Nights is a much better movie. I enjoyed it more.
I can understand where you would enjoy it more. It's just, I mean, I feel like There Will Be Blood is like...
That's probably his most famous.
Yeah, it's his Oscar movie.
To me, that was all Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's not how he said it.
The way he petted that kid, like that to me as an actor, when you watch a guy that comfortable, like to pet he's just petting his head like it's his own child. He was amazing.
But when you watch the composition even of that last scene,
Don't spoil it.
and it's long.
Troy hasn't seen it yet.
It's not for Troy.
You don't think Troy could get through There Will Be Blood?
No, I don't think there will. And you know, like me and
I'm going to give Paul Thomas, and by the way, what Punch Drunk Love, what is that?
That's with Adam Sandler.
It's kind of it kind of put Adam Sandler on a different.
Is it a comedy?
No.
I have to see it.
It's not an Adam Sandler comedy.
No, it isn't.
I can't back that one. I haven't seen it. I can't make that a classic all of a sudden. That fucking kicks Spielberg off the list. I have to see it first. I don't know. I can't comment. I haven't seen it. But if it's a comedy, I mean, how was 1941? Had some yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not genre based. It's just 1941. It's not a classic.
No, it's not. It is funny though. I'm a big Frank McRae cuck, as you know. You know who he is? Frank McRae was he was Eddie Murphy's. He was Nick Nolte's captain in 48 Hours.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I called him a piece of who the fuck took my paper clips? Frank McRae he was in Used Cars.
Yeah.
God damn, was Frank McRae hilarious.
Yes.
Is he alive?
No.
God rest his soul.
When
God
did he
rest.
die?
3 years ago, 2021.
Why wouldn't you have told us?
Maybe it was
That's
COVID.
heartbreaking. I never got to talk to him in an interview. I fucking
Damn it.
loved Frank McRae.
Travis?
Heart attack.
Yeah, we should have known by now.
What was he in? What else was he in? Rocky 2. Yeah, Norma Ray. He had that. The End was a funny movie. That was a Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise fucking movie. Yeah.
Not included?
What's that?
Batteries not included?
Yeah, Used Cars was my favorite. But anyway.
Loaded Weapon 1.
National Lampoons?
That's a classic.
It is a
Yeah,
classic.
Frank McRae was the shit. If you're not a Frank McRae fan,
He played a lot of cops.
because he just he was a great yeller. You know what I mean? Some
Yes.
guys are just bigger, larger than life, loud dudes, and he was just that guy.
Captain Madison, Captain Hayden, Captain Doyle, Lieutenant Decker, Detective Bernie Morris.
He was fantastic in fucking 48 Hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
So was Nick Nolte.
Did you see The Master?
Every time I fucking jerk off in the mirror.
I wasn't.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't talking about people who fish. You know, baiters.
Someone needs to get the sound of it.
Cal ruined it. Cal ruined the bombing bit. Somehow Cal spoiled it. the Paul Thomas Anderson movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman, loosely based on Scientology.
Yeah, no, I did see it, and I liked it. I didn't love it. Philip Seymour Hoffman was very good.
What did you think of The Master,
Is that Ron
Travis?
I never
Hubbard?
saw it.
You didn't?
No, because I didn't hear good things about it when it came out, and I just never got around to
Yeah,
it.
he's always Philip Seymour Hoffman is always good, but
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those that it's grown on me,
Yeah,
but it is very much in the sort of world of now Paul Thomas Anderson kind of gets to do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to, you just kind of have to let him, this is what he's going to do now.
Yeah.
Because this is what he wants to do.
yeah. Let that bird fly.
I don't know if I'd phrase it exactly like that.
Maybe not. It might just be my idea of how to phrase.
It's just for me, douchey, I think, would be
Oh,
what I was thinking.
let the bird fly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I wish Frank McRae wasn't dead. I wish I'd met him. Some
Is that going
guys.
to keep you up?
No, I liked him though. Some guys you're like, fuck, man. I wish I would have gotten a chance to talk to him once. Tell him how fucking hilarious I thought he was.
Probably would have kept him alive a couple years.
Would have kept him going.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
He said I was funny.
the compliment of a young, spry up and comer.
No, if you complimented him, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Young, spry up-and-comer.
Oh.
How old was he when he died? I'm going to guess 81.
80.
That's just a
You're
guess.
so good at that.
You are
It's-
good. You are really great at it.
It's a meaningless guess, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were almost right.
Yeah. God bless. Rest in peace.
Yep.
So now that Bitcoin is whatever
Back
passed,
to 38, yeah.
Well,
Went down.
What are you talking about? I passed the thing, and it's supposed to go through the roof now.
Yeah.
It's been what? Why is that going down?
It's one of those things where
It passed the thing.
I'll never enjoy having it. Like, I'm
Diamond
going to
hands.
hold it till I get my money back.
Diamond hands.
It was up to like 47 at one point, but again, it goes back. It'll probably, who knows what it's going to go down to.
That's why it's so scary. It goes up based on speculation, and then when the thing actually happens, it goes down.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll peter about down, up, and eventually go back. But it sucks.
Does anybody know why? Like after the thing, because people were saying that the reason
Nobody
it's
knows.
going up is because of this thing, and then the thing happened, and then it went back down.
Maybe it's more susceptible to the economy as it's getting more accepted. Maybe the economic, the dollar, like who knows? Maybe it fucking rises and falls like a lot of other stocks do now. I mean, I just
It
don't
doesn't
know.
rise and fall. That's dramatic, though.
It is, yeah.
Maybe a lot of people bought ahead of time and then just cashed out.
Just cashed
on
out.
Oh,
on
like the
up.
plan is to cash out
Yeah.
when it goes up. That makes a lot of sense.
Maybe.
So it drops down a little bit and then it kind of tapers to where it belongs and goes back up. Who knows? I don't even look at it every day.
Yeah, you got to hope that there's more news, that there's something
Don't know. Yeah.
to put us forward.
I'm in no rush. Like, where am I going? I mean, eventually I'll cash out within the next 5 years. Hopefully be at least even or ahead.
And then Bob's your uncle.
Bob?
And that's a phrase. Bob's your uncle. And then
That's a phrase.
You've never heard the
sounds
phrase
like sounds
Bob's
like a
your
verb.
uncle? And then Bob's your uncle. You've never heard that phrase before.
Never.
That's wild.
No, never.
Yeah, no, it's very commonly used
And then
phrase.
Bob's your uncle? No, it's not. What's it
Bob's
mean?
your uncle is a phrase commonly used, in the United Kingdom. That's why
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Roberts is
Never
throwing
heard
it
it.
around. And Commonwealth countries,
Oh,
that means,
British shit.
and there it is, or there you have it. Bob's your uncle. You do this, you do that, Bob's your uncle.
That's terrible. There you have it. Makes sense. There you have it as a conclusion. Bob's your uncle.
What? It's
This
a
is what happens when he babysits
it's a
you.
phrase. Like it's not
Not a literal.
It's not saying we
But it's not
will.
even a phrase that makes sense. There you have it is also a phrase, but it makes sense. And there you have it.
Well, that's because
Okay.
that's the literal.
Sure. Bob's your uncle.
They're not replacing it. They're not saying we don't say there you have it here.
What's that mean, Bob's your uncle?
I just told you.
But how does it? There has to be
Oh, you want the origin?
Well, Jim, the origins are uncertain.
some type of a tie-in to where. What's another expression that makes no connected sense? I'm sure there are.
There's many.
But
I'm
what's-
sure.
What's one? Because this may, and then Bob's your uncle. Okay, I don't know what it means.
I've just never heard somebody go, and then Bob's your uncle, and then the other guy goes, "Fuck you." That doesn't make any sense.
But it doesn't. It's a stupid expression in that there's not any logical tie-in to anything.
Well, the origins are uncertain, but a common hypothesis is that the expression arose after conservative Prime Minister Robert something or other Cecile, third Marquess of Salisbury.
Exactly. Salisbury.
Better known as Bob, appointed his nephew Arthur Balfour as chief secretary in Ireland in 1887.
Exactly.
An act of nepotism,
And
which
there
was
you have it.
apparently both surprising and unpopular. Whatever other qualifications Balfour might have had, Bob's your uncle was seen as the conclusive one. Oh, I get it. How'd you get this job? Bob's your uncle. And so
Right.
then it just became like a catch-all, like, and then Bob's your uncle. You got it.
Bob's your uncle.
I'll try to get a job over here. I'll try to get a job over there, and then Bob's your uncle. I'll have this.
Terrible expression.
I mean, it's literally from the 1800s.
Exactly. That's
I
why it
just-
stinks. A lot of things. Slavery from the 1800s. What do you want to bring it back? It's terrible.
I'm not saying everything from
Stop
the
nodding.
1800s, but for these nonverbal cues are not meant to be broadcast.
No, I don't like it because it doesn't make sense to me.
But it's outrageous for you to be like, well, I haven't heard this phrase before, so I hate it and it's stupid.
No, because now that I've heard it and I understand it, it's so disconnected.
All right, you want some phrases that might
Yes,
be right?
and I'm
Okay.
sure maybe I'll change my tune.
Okay, spill the
Yeah,
beans.
right. Yeah, what's spill the beans? You use that all the time. I hear you around here every time you're trying to get Troy to tell you what's going on. You go, spill the beans, Quan.
Yeah. Spill the beans. The only way
Explain how that's different.
spilling the beans is just like emptying something and it's something coming out. So I could give that more of a logical tie. Like literally spilling beans is like fucking pouring them out. Give me the information, pour out the information. I can make a connection.
I'm just worried you're going to throw your back out from that stretch.
No, I don't think that's a big stretch.
Okay.
I've always just that's just the natural connection I would make.
I'm just glad you're willing to be wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
For the birds.
That's for the birds.
Discarded. Wait, how do we use for the birds? When do you say for the birds?
Think if something's like worthless.
Yeah, discarded for the birds. The birds eat that. Yeah,
like old bread, hardened bread. Well, I don't want that. That's for the birds.
yeah. I think
There's an explanation, just like there's.
no, I'm saying though, but I can
doesn't
see.
like
I
the
go from A
explanation
to
for
B.
Bob's your
But you know the explanation already because it's ingrained in your.
No common sense. I didn't know where for the birds came from. It's just common sense goes. Oh, it's discarded. Get rid of it. Spill the beans is a literal pour something out. Pour something out. Bob's your uncle just doesn't. I'm sure I'll hear one that doesn't connect for me that I know.
When you're asking somebody to confess something, you think pour something out,
Spill out information. Sure.
but beans instead of information.
It's a weird,
Right.
but I see how they like. It's not so disconnected. I'm not saying it's not a weird expression,
Hey,
and I will if I hear one that makes sense. I will tell you.
Pass the buck.
pass the buck.
I don't know where the buck part comes from,
It apparently came from poker.
but pass means to get rid of, to hand off. So I get that.
That makes more sense.
But yeah. Pass the buck is the buck is the weird part of that, but pass the responsibility.
Troy, you got one?
Break a leg.
Ah.
How about break a leg?
Yeah,
in the theater.
there you go. I only know that as the expression, and I accept it as the expression. But yeah, there's an example. I have it makes no logical sense. I'm just comfortable with it. Where does it come from?
It is a phrase used to wish somebody luck, especially before a performance.
I know.
We know where it comes from.
He meant the origin.
Yeah, no one's ever said that. They've said after I've done this, why didn't you? Your legs are great. No, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know where break
I
a
told
leg.
you to break a leg. Were you?
I don't know where that comes from, unless it's
In the early days of theater, where ensemble actors were cued
Ensemble.
to perform, if actors were not performing, they had to stay behind the leg line, which also meant they wouldn't get paid. If you were to tell the actor to break a leg, you were wishing them the opportunity to perform and get paid. Go break a leg. Cross that line. Go. be
so
part of
that
Get off the leg
That's
line.
a logical explanation that I do get.
Bob's your uncle.
I've never heard
No.
it before. Bob's your uncle just doesn't make sense to me. I
It's different
get
for
it.
Bob's your uncle.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, because there was something called a leg line,
Yeah,
and you break the line.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Bob's your uncle is stupid, and also,
it doesn't make sense to me.
well, you didn't know that was a phrase until 10 minutes ago.
No, but hearing the explanation of there was a guy and Bob was his uncle and it was a nepotism job, I just don't see how it's a conclusion to other things. It's like, how did you get that? It's almost if somebody had something they didn't deserve and the answer was like, Jesus Christ, look at that. He's a fucking fat fuck and he married that 10. Well, Bob's his uncle. I would get that because it's a guy who got something he didn't
Very
deserve.
literal.
But I mean, it's not like a guy who gets something he doesn't deserve. Hey, man, you make fucking $25,000 a year and you're driving a Lexus? Well, Bob's my uncle. Whatever. Someone having something they shouldn't have
I mean,
makes
it's
sense to
very,
me.
very on the nose. That'd be like if you were like, I only understand saying break a leg if they're literally leaving a line, and then you can tell them that they're off that line so they can break a leg now.
No, because this would be different. It would be different. A person having something that they shouldn't have is a pretty broad thing. It's just for me, it doesn't make sense.
How
I
about
like it.
Carlos in New Jersey?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, buddy?
I never really understood where the origin of "let me toss your salad."
What about tossing
Yes.
salad?
It's a jail term.
salad.
I remember the documentary was on HBO, I believe, and it was about a guy when you would put jelly in someone's asshole and suck their asshole, you're tossing their salad.
Isn't that tossing their salad with something? Isn't that a clip?
Grape jelly, if I remember correctly?
There's no consensus.
And I believe it was I'm guessing it was the motion of the jelly being sucked in. That was how I interpreted toss your salad.
I know that there's a video. I know exactly because I remember
Yeah.
the guy explaining it.
Sure.
There's a video of the guy talking about toss a salad with jelly.
Yeah.
If you could look up on YouTube, toss a salad with jelly. Mike, you know what we're talking about?
I absolutely know.
He's a
the clip that
classic.
you're talking
It's
about.
a motion. Like that's what I would assume. But I'm saying sucking an asshole, I would imagine, gives the same thing as a salad.
But
Yeah.
that's not, you don't, when you toss a salad, it doesn't sound like,
No, but it does kind of go up and drop, up and drop, up and drop. That's
Come
just,
on, bro.
I mean, everyone immediately understood what they meant.
That's the first thing you think about now when you sit down at a diner, too, and you see that
That's
little
always been the
stack
first
of
thing.
Jam.
yeah.
Especially with little fucking olives in there. You like roids. Too much. But
Any luck or no?
more expressions, because again, I break a leg. I would have went with you if he didn't
No, you
have that
wouldn't.
explanation. Of course, I would have. But if he didn't have the explanation of an actual thing called a leg line, I thought it was just some bizarre, sarcastic. Hey, the worst thing that can happen is breaking a leg. So wish them that. I had no idea where that came from.
Well, Matt in Connecticut has a different explanation. What's up, Matt?
Hey guys.
Hey,
Th-
man.
this also
I
makes
heard on
sense.
Bennington. I heard on Bennington that the term "break a leg" comes from if you break a leg, then you come in the cast. So it does.
So
come
they're
from
saying break a
theater,
leg, the
but-
literal cast.
You'll be in the cast
From a broken
like
leg.
in the cast. But then again, you're already in the cast. You go, maybe it's just a good luck thing. Hey, break a leg for an audition. Yeah.
Mike has already found the clip on his phone.
Oh, good.
Sure, under favorites.
Yeah, just
Well, I've
text
never
it.
seen it before.
Yeah, things that-
You never see? Oh, you're gonna love this, dude.
No.
yeah, you're gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna need to get some calico cut pants after this one.
They're always sold out.
Oh man, well you gotta give.
Hey, Calico, you know.
No.
Okay. This guy right here?
Oh yes. This is the
First
explanation.
of all, right, if he's a newcomer, right, I want him to suck my ass with jelly, what they call tossing salad. That's the slang word, tossing salad. It means sucking my ass, right? With jelly or without jelly. Some people use syrup. I prefer a guy to use jelly, right? I will reach my climate, right? I will automatically hard, right? I will, come automatically if he's sucking my ass for about 10 minutes or longer, right? It's a sensation feeling, and it makes you feel real good. Most all gays do that, you know what I'm saying? Like guys to suck their ass. It's just like a pussy, right? But the only difference is it's not a pussy, right? It's clean, the person is decent, and the person know that that's an asshole, but in mind, he's looking at it as a pussy because he's in prison. So, toss my salad, let him eat me, and we straight. That's it. The most hazardous
Okay,
thing in
see,
prison
so that
life.
kind of explains
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
A little jam or some people syrup. I prefer.
I forgot the syrup part. But this guy's working out. That's the type of guy who would explain that to you, like that's what you're going to do, but casually like that. And the menace would be that if you didn't do it,
Yeah, you like. There's no choice but to go. Well, this all seems very reasonable,
toss your salad.
and I'd be more than happy to. Oh, I was going to do syrup. You prefer jelly?
Sure.
Then we'll use jelly. Okay.
It just sounds awful to have a fucking jelly in your asshole or to eat. It all sounds horrible.
Just putting some peach preserves in there.
Probably because they don't shower every day.
And when they do, it's not like they're getting in all the crevices.
Oh,
Well,
I bet
he said it was clean.
yeah,
He
I
said
bet
it was
you they-
clean and decent.
Well, I don't want to call him a liar. You're right, Mike. You're right on that. He said it's not to worry, and he would explain to you. It's like a woman's vagina. Just get on back there. Yes.
He also doesn't seem like the type of person who would ask you to do that. He's telling you.
He'd
Yeah.
let you know this
you
is
are doing this.
Yeah.
this will be the protocol.
Yeah.
And you'll be actually doing this regularly.
I guess he was gay. He looked gay. He was saying gays all like it, so I'm assuming he was gay. And the guys who do it will think it's like a pussy, so the straight guys you can get to do it.
So it'll be fine.
All right, let's go to Cecil.
What's up, Cecil?
So here in the South, man, we got all kinds of little stupid sayings like that. Working construction, you hear them all the time. One of my favorites is, I ain't had that much fun since the hogs ate my brother. Another
Nice.
one is, you talk like a man with a paper asshole. Another one is, the good Lord willing and the creek won't rise.
I know that one, yeah.
I want to be a Southerner. Southern, that's about the Creek Indians, apparently. That's what I fucking heard. Who knows?
Who
Anyway,
knows? Thank you, buddy.
I think it's water. I've always heard that, the water.
The creek.
Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. It's just,
Yeah. Although you wouldn't want the
Creek Indians to get all
to
upset.
rise either. That
Cause
would
a
be
ruckus.
fucked, yeah.
Fucking making noise outside.
Yeah.
Trying to relax.
What's
I
the
love-
for asshole in me?
That I don't know.
What did he say? You sound like a
Man-
I'm talking with a man with a paper asshole. I've heard that before, but
I don't know exactly what that means.
Hmm.
It's like,
Just Google it.
you ever hear this? He's got an alligator mouth and a canary ass. I've heard that one.
I don't know what that is.
It means you talk a lot. You can't fight. You talk a lot.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Sure, I like that. Travis is finding out about paper assholes.
Such a person is defined as a talkative fool. All talk with little to no action.
Oh, because his ass is paper.
The paper flaps uselessly in the wind.
That's like having a canary ass. Means you can't
I guess
fight.
so, okay.
Having
The
a paper
wind
ass.
may be the hot air of empty speech.
You know what the problem with having a paper ass is? You get
Wiping it, it crinkles.
Paper cuts.
Yep.
Paper cuts for your cellmate.
Yeah. And you can hear and
Paper
then,
cuts on the tongue.
And then when you try to sneak a fart out on the plane, people hear.
Was that you?
Heard the rustle of your asshole.
Okay. Joey in Austin has one. What's up, Joey?
Hey, guys. Another phrase that makes no sense, betting dollars to donuts.
Dollars to donuts.
Where's it come from? I know the expression.
I'll
It
bet
sucks.
dollars to donuts that there's a plausible explanation for that.
Were donuts ever used as currency?
Yeah, at one point in before they minted the U.S. dollar, they would use donuts.
Donuts were currency, but they would get bad. They would attract bugs, and they were too big to put in your pocket.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone could carry around exactly 1 penny.
That's right. That's right. They would make jewelry with donuts to show their wealth. Dollars to donuts. Travis is going to be able to figure this out quick.
The idea behind the shorthand phrase "dollars to donuts" is the sentiment that the speaker is so confident he is right about something, he will put forth his dollars against the listener's donuts in a wager. The dollars having much higher value than the donuts.
Like, I'm so confident I'm going to win. You can bet donuts because I'm taking my own money back and your fucking donuts.
And I'm going to
bitch.
get that donut.
Yeah, all right. I think it's stupid, but I get it.
Yeah, because at Dunkin' Donuts, I always trade dollars for donuts.
Yeah, sure do.
Regularly.
It reached its peak in popularity in 1915.
Yeah, that one really has tapered off. Soon as fucking Germany piped up, nobody liked dollars to schnitzel.
Well, that's done.
Yeah, that's not a lot of fun. The Bob Kelly brought in donuts to the cellar, and I took credit for it, and it really annoyed him because I was like, "Look at the donuts I bought." And he was like, "Fuck, holy fuck, were they?" I didn't have any.
Where were they from?
The donut. I don't remember. The Donut Pub. Is there a place called the Donut Pub? I'm gonna plug those guys, and I've never been there. Holy shit! Were they fucking in person?
Oh, they look good,
dude. It's literally the best little box of donuts I've ever seen. 2 boxes of those things. Holy fuck!
You didn't eat them?
No.
Oh, they got croissant donuts too.
I couldn't start, but I mean,
donut guy's gonna be pissed.
Boston creamer. It was.
They had a Boston creamer.
I mean, they had vanilla Boston creamers, which is another kind of. I can't express to you how I want to binge in this place. I want to eat until I fucking have a stroke.
That looks like an old school donut shop.
Yeah.
These all look great.
And seeing them, it's not just the pictures. Seeing them in that donut box.
Oh, in the donut box that look good?
Yeah.
Get my donut.
Yeah. I donuts like.
Donuts.
Hey, I know you.
Love to eat a donut.
We get some donuts?
No.
You want to get a dozen from Dunkin'? Ian will be happy.
I don't want Dunkin'.
Oh, yeah.
You can't look at the donut pub.
We'll get a dozen Krispy Kremers.
Go to Dunkin'. Oh, with those same Krispy Kreme, same fucking shit glazed. It's a fine donut, but get over it.
The red light's on. Time to get 12 glazed.
It's not what I think when I see a red light.
It's not what you think of when you hear glazed either.
That's right. Red light goes on. One of us gets glazed.
Don't go in there. The red light's on. Don't do that. That ruins it. Makes it tough.
Yeah, Krispy Kremes are very good, but I get sick of one fucking. Look at those fucking.
They look amazing.
Go to the donut pub. If you guys want donuts, go to the donut pub.
Well, and the good thing about them, Donut Pub, open 24 hours.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
is there
must
one
be...
far from here?
It's on Broadway and Astor Place.
I guess not. Too far south.
But like 2 o'clock in the morning, that light's
Whatever
on.
time you want.
Isn't that amazing?
Dough Donuts across the street.
I know. Come on. I mean,
don't they also have what's the cookie one where they deliver cookies like insomnia cookies?
Insomnia cookies.
They're
That's
only
good.
open to like 4, I think.
Yeah. If it's fourth, if you're like, I want insomnia cookies, and it's like they're closed, you're eating cookies too late. Fucking.
You're eating cookies too late.
These donuts, I don't like.
They're fine.
People who think that the donut hasn't already been perfected and have to add to it, it's too much for me. I don't like it.
They're fine.
I get annoyed by it. They're too battery. Like, these look like traditional donuts.
Yeah.
The donut pub. I don't like the caramelized bacon and stuff on it. Like,
no.
You don't like a little sweet and savory?
No. And you know what I hate?
What's that?
When people think they're really somebody and really fancy, and they're like, I put a little sea salt on the chocolate chip cookie.
Bro, you don't like sea salt chocolate chip cookies?
Hate it. I understand it's a popular thing. Hate it. And it annoys me.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
You're a stupid asshole.
God damn it. I shouldn't have said yes. I should have said no.
Troy, come on.
I like sea salt, but I can understand why people wouldn't.
I love sea salt. Like, you get some chocolate ice cream, a little bit of like the big crispy things. Oh, not a lot.
No.
Just a little. Like, you're eating ice cream, you're like, oh, I love this sea salt. Tastes like rock salt in the driveway. It's great.
It's good stuff. No, I don't like it when people put sea salt on a chocolate chip cookie because it feels like the person who made it was being really indulgent and wanted you to know, like, oh, my palate.
Their motives don't matter to me. If Dennis Rader made good cookies, I would eat them. If each cookie had a little rope on it, I would still eat it. I don't care.
But, I mean, my food is like
autism. Yeah, no, I understand.
Utter garbage.
Yeah.
Like, if you said right now, you can get a donut from anywhere, I'd go like, okay, Dunkin' sounds great.
I mean, you're right, it does.
Like, Dunkin' is my favorite donut.
But if you had...
It's the best.
I bet you if you had these donut pub ones...
I would try it.
I bet you would... Because I'm telling you, everyone there went ballistic for these.
I'm sure.
They were the proverbial hit. I'm like, it's like food porn. I'm just watching people eat donuts.
Is that a Fruity Pebbles donut?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm here with that.
That's a s'mores.
Which one? Oh, the one.
I mean, and in person,
graham cracker on top.
Is there marshmallow inside?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they did it. They really fucking did it. Huh?
There was Joe's Pizza at the cellar the other night, and I walked in. I didn't open the box. I just lifted the side, and I was sniffing it. And Colin pointed out that I look like a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, whether I'm in... This is why I don't need to live in Manhattan. Because whether I lived in Manhattan or I lived in Shamokin, I'd go to the same place for donuts.
Sure. But I don't know what I would drink.
I have a pretty good idea.
Oh, you want to go right there?
I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know how to tell you this, but, like, I have a favorite cup of coffee.
Yeah. E to the F knows.
That place won't if it don't open up. Yeah, a lot of my friends go in there, get the cold coffee, iced coffee, I guess it's called.
I mean, that's a Hall of Fame guess.
There's no one better than Edna Faust.
It's one of the great guesses.
Because a lot of her friends, I mean, I can analyze this like the Zapruder from, a lot of my friends go in there. So she'll be like, what are you doing? We're going down to Dunkin' to get some cold coffee. And she never thought to go, is there a name for that?
Yeah.
And they never said iced coffee.
No, they just said cold coffee.
They just said, I'm going down there to get some coffee with some ice cubes in it, but let's not take this any further.
No. They said, now I've had piping hot coffee before.
Yeah.
Any way to serve that cold?
And,
wait till she finds out there's cold brew.
Well,
there's a specific type of coffee to be indulged cold.
She had to speculate that it was called that. So basically what people are saying is she'd be like, you want to get together and do whatever it is she does, and probably have a few beers at 10 in the morning. And they say, yeah. And they go, no, I'm shooting over Dunkin' Donuts. And she go, what are you going to get? And they'll go, coffee, but not hot. They're not specific enough.
Huh.
I love her. I could literally, there's no one I love more than Ed. I want to interview her so bad. I just want to talk to her about life.
Well, she's goated.
Yeah. I don't care what she talks about.
She's goated forever.
I don't care if she blocks traffic for Palestine. I'd still love her.
What do they call that? Gaza, I guess they call that.
Yeah.
Tana? Yeah, I mean, Edna realizing she's on camera and not wanting to be held legally responsible if she guesses incorrectly as to what they actually called the cold coffee. It's just, I mean, it's a brilliant move.
She looks like a bassist. Edna looks like a bassist.
Right. I mean, I wish they had positioned her a little differently on the street so that the sun wasn't directly in her eyes.
I don't think it was.
What?
No,
She's
it's
squinting. That
cloudy.
she can't open.
I've looked up the Shamokin weather there. It was cloudy.
Oh my goodness.
Chance of showers.
Edna was having trouble with the old eyeballs.
She was. She squints. It's the way she talks.
Like, wouldn't you love after this to go like, okay, now take us to where you get your hair done? Like, where in Shamokin do you get your hair done?
I know.
Take us to your barber.
Joe's barbershop.
Oh, there is no doubt in my mind she goes to a men's Italian barbershop.
Yeah. Take a little off the top of his haircut, you call it?
Keep it tight on the sides.
Let's see her.
You want to hear it one more time?
I want to hear this lyrical queen one more time.
Let's give her a nice lead in, because I think before that it's the kid who meets this lawyer.
Yeah, good sound legal advice.
I mean, this woman's great too.
This is the news story.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, she's the best as well.
All right, let's.
It's our favorite news story.
Hey, what are we doing? Let's just watch it.
When the Shamokin Dunkin' Donuts burned down.
Look, they're just having a good time.
Wait,
together.
would you want to go from the top?
Well, the legal scholar is there looking at Edna. He's probably asking, where'd you get that phenomenal shirt? She's wearing a shirt. It hugs her wonderfully.
Looks like it's a pack of wolves.
Well, yeah. The legal expert is also wondering, I didn't realize they made T-shirts that were not 2 sizes too small.
and Edna, she goes to the Joe DeRosa Shoulder School. And the other one's an 8.5 compared to these.
Edna, I noticed that your arms are attached directly to your neck. How do you do that?
Who live in Shamokin are upset that Dunkin' Donuts is closed.
Now I have to rely on myself to go to maybe a Turkey Hill or something where I don't like their donuts. I rather the
I love this woman.
Just to go to Turkey Hill.
And who does she rely on?
Herself.
Oh my gosh.
It's all on her.
Is there some kind of shuttle service to bring us to a Turkey Hill? I saw that the Shamokin Dunkin' was burned down.
And they would always drop them off.
Yeah. Could you provide some kind of transportation to, I don't know, maybe a Turkey Hill, even though I don't really like their donuts.
And I'll bet if we had a follow-up 6 months later, it should go, a regional manager from Turkey Hill did reach out. He heard what I said about his donuts.
Not happy.
Oh, I love it.
Now I have to rely on myself to go to maybe a Turkey Hill or something where I don't like their donuts. I rather the donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm kind of dealing with it, but I really miss Dunkin' Donuts.
I go there every day. I get a chicken bacon croissant, or I get some coffee, Powerade if I'm dehydrated. I sit there all the time. If I have any legal work that I need to do, I go there. I meet with my attorneys there.
The fucking best. This is probably that's where Epstein used to go. Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts.
We got any legal work to do today? Matter of fact, we do. Better get a chicken sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts. I've never met a person who got chicken from Dunkin' Donuts.
No, I never have either. Or Powerade.
Is it?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
How about a Powerade?
Well, only if you're dehydrated.
Oh, of course. Thank you for the explanation. I was wondering, why would somebody have a beverage?
No. That's if he's dehydrated. Yeah.
They explain things very well in Shamokin.
They really do. Well, they like to use a lot of words. If you're going to ask a question, we're going to be here a while.
Except for that one woman who wants to fucking burn Turkey Hill down. She wants to walk into their corporate office with a machine gun. Now here comes the headliner.
Well, the farthest that I've gone at a Dunkin' Donuts is I've gotten a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah,
Going with chicken at Dunkin' Donuts is the wrong
No.
move.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it. It's terrible.
Yeah. I like to go in there and get sushi from Dunkin' Donuts.
Because I get it with my donut.
Miss that place.
Oh, come on. What are you doing?
Come on, bro.
Fucking coming in halfway through.
We can't miss a syllable. We can't miss a single Edna.
And by the way, that's
syllable.
a great freeze frame on her. She looks very suspicious all the time. She always looks like she's sizing you up.
She does.
Edna.
Well, she's trying to figure out.
Detective Edna Faust.
Who's the one that is casting us away to Turkey Hill?
Yeah.
I'm going to figure this out.
She's always squinting and looking and trying, just sizing somebody up.
Right, because she's answering the question, but she's like, why'd you ask that, by the way? Are you the one that burnt this place down?
Yeah. Well, a bunch of her friends would go in there. Very vague. She
Not
won't
all
say
of
who
them.
it was. No, a bunch.
Bunch
of friends.
Anyone in specific? Oh,
bunch.
Just a bunch. What kind of coffee?
Mind your own.
Cold.
Yeah.
We'll just call it cold.
And now I'm going to take a stab at what one might classify that as.
I'm going to take a guess of all the potential things it could be.
Iced coffee, I guess I call it.
I don't know. I'm not 100% on this.
Jesus, she should be on a quiz show. She's good.
She really is just sitting there with that well-to-do family in New England. Oh, Edna, I see you've made quite a guess.
There.
I'm gonna miss that place if it don't open up. Yeah, a lot of my friends go in there, get the cold coffee, iced coffee, I guess it's called.
I guess.
Here's what I want to do.
Not 100%.
I want to contact somebody at that and go, we need the Edna Faust unedited interview.
Yes.
And
yes.
by the way, this is why I love Edna. She is going to miss that place. She didn't go in it. I'm going to miss that place. My friends used to go in it.
That's right.
That'd be like me missing wrestling because you watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to miss WWE. I'm going to miss when Raw was on USA. Sam always watched.
Sam would watch it.
Yeah. Raw. Well, I guess they call that Monday Night Raw.
So the first woman in the video that has to rely on herself to go to Turkey Hill.
Sure.
Right.
It appears that she passed.
No.
Oh.
No.
What'd she die of? Ava, her name was?
Diabetes.
Alba.
Alba. It appears that she passed in 2018.
No.
But 5 years earlier, she had pleaded guilty to a summary of harassment charges.
Was it a Turkey Hill she was calling bomb threats?
Yeah.
She's going to blow up their donut facility?
She struck a man in the face and pushed him down a flight of stairs.
She's the best.
What did that man do for a living? Did he manage a Turkey
He
Hill?
worked at Turkey Hill, and he said, our donuts are better. And before he got the next word out, she fucking knocked him down the stairs.
She assaulted a donut chef at Turkey Hill.
How old was she when she died?
44.
Oh,
She lived hard. She lived fast. Like she always said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, which means Dunkin' Donuts, not Turkey Hill.
What was this, 2017 the store, 2016?
Might have even been before that.
15, yeah.
7 years ago?
7 years ago, so yeah, about 2017.
Now, what about Dutch Smith?
Check on him. I know people.
In quotes.
Who's Dutch Smith?
The guy.
Which guy?
The second guy.
Oh. The guy who met with his lawyer there? The kid who was dehydrated.
God damn. I want to do a reunion with these three.
Dutch Smith. You see when they were all talking together with the new, it was the D&D gang.
I want to do. I was hoping to put something at the Beacon together with those three and the reporter and just ask them to talk about this interview. How did it change you?
Right.
Edna, comment?
One time somebody texted me, I was meeting up with them, and they were like, oh yeah, just meet me here. I'm right outside Dunks. It was maybe the worst text I've ever gotten. I can't stand it when people call Dunkin' Donuts Dunks.
Is a cool thing to say.
I hate it.
I call it Dunkles.
It's horrible.
Dutch is a musician.
Go to Dunkles.
He's a musician?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was meeting with his lawyer about, like
Of
rights
course.
and...
Fuck yeah.
That's not him, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly
That is him.
him, yeah.
Yeah, I guess a little older now, 7 years later. All
little
right, well,
older.
good for Dutch. He's still around. We might have done this already. And what about E to the F?
Oh,
Where is
was
she?
on-
Oh, he met Thea? Oh, wait a minute.
Because Theo was in studio the day we
Oh,
played
no.
this.
I know, yeah, Theo's obsessed with this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Theo probably...
Is that Dutch?
No, but I think they're wearing his shirts.
They're wearing Dutch Smith music shirts.
Oh.
I'd get a Dutch Smith music shirt.
Yeah, he was in studio the day we talked about it. It was on Opie's show, yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Edna?
No, we don't know. Some say she's passed on, but there are multiple Edna Fausts.
What?
So it's hard to...
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. And it's hard to really nail down her age.
Is she on
because she seems like
Facebook?
she could be anywhere between like
She's
40
between
and 80.
She's between 38 and 77.
I'm going to guess she's... she looks like she's probably...
Like I've had people send me obituaries with
I'm
her
going to guess
name,
she's 58.
but I can't be sure that it's...
But she could also be 42.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is she on Facebook?
No. She also seems to be off the grid, which wouldn't surprise me.
Not at all.
There's not much about
She's
it.
gonna miss. She's gonna miss Dunkin' Donuts. She didn't go there.
She never went there.
I want to ask Dutch if he kept in touch with her.
She's an extreme empath. She's an unbelievable... The empathy that was leaking out of Edna Faust. And that's because, I mean, she just cared so much for her friends that loved Dunkin' Donuts.
Too bad Alba passed.
Yeah, no, I know. She would have been a fucking classic.
It's like Friends. Like once one is gone, you can't have a proper reunion.
No, you can't. And, like, God bless Dutch Smith. But beyond, like, talking to him about what he was meeting with his lawyer or how often he'd get dehydrated, I don't have that much to talk to Dutch about.
What about Edna?
Edna could co-host with us. Like, Edna, we would have to go down to Greenstein and say, we need a third mic.
Listen, we're going to need some more money.
Yeah,
I got it.
We're gonna need to open up the piggy bank. Edna's got to join the show full time.
Yeah, and she wants a lot.
And she deserves it.
Because she insists on commuting to Shamokin.
To and from.
I gotta leave 3:30.
I'll do it. I guess.
Yeah, she needs a ride. She doesn't drive.
The bridge, the presidential bridge. I guess they call it George Washington.
I guess he's the president.
I did find an Edna from the area. There is a phone number. Should I give her a call?
Yeah.
Off the air. Yeah. Wait till we come back. Daddy has to go to the toilet.
Well, if I told you,
sure,
Edna Faust can come in for a full week, and she's just going to sit here, and we're just going to ask her take on everything.
Yep.
You'd be fine with that?
No, I'd say what week? What are we busy the following week? I thought this was a month. This is an April commitment.
Oh yeah.
If you go to the we put up a new video of it's the first thing we technically shot with our new camera where we went to Cleveland. I did a gigs there in April. Soraya came with us. It's a fun video, and this was supposed to be the first thing we put out. Whatever. Everything gets mixed up.
Everything gets mixed
Lost
up. In the sauce.
It's on the YouTube. Hope people like it. And my gigs coming up. Newton sold out, but Ridgefield, Connecticut, Petaluma, Santa Cruz, Monterey, Austin, Houston, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Bloomington, Illinois, Indianapolis, fucking Pittsburgh, Boise, and I got Portland, Oregon, and I got a few in Portland, Maine, for that matter, and Lexington, Kentucky, and I got new dates going up. It's going to be a long fucking run.
That's awesome.
That's only up until June.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, make the money.
Get paper, bro. Get that bag. Get that bag. I'm heading out to Tampa this weekend. Friday and Saturday morning, I'll be hosting Busted Open with the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. And then Friday at 5 p.m., you can come and hang. I'll be at Side Splitters Comedy Club there in Tampa, Florida. You can go to notsamlive.com for tickets. We're going to have a ton of great guests. Hot Dog will be there. It'll be a phenomenal live Not Sam Wrestling podcast. So come out, say hello, enjoy the show, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
The boys are off to get refreshments.
The cold coffee, iced coffee, I guess it's called.
Jim and Sam will be back.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I choose convenience over comfort. Like, Christine will be going with me to Pittsburgh. Christine's going to pull the blankets down on the bed, and the pillows are going to be everywhere.
I'm going to use the bed.
Yeah, I pull a little corner out, and I just get in like a little taco. And then when I get up, all I got to do is tuck that corner back as tight as it was the second I walked in.
You just want to hug.
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Busted Open is hitting the road for live coverage of the WWE Royal Rumble with stars like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk. It's going to be legendary.
CM Punk is entering the Royal Rumble.
Join Sam Roberts and Tommy Dreamer as they broadcast live from Tampa Bay to preview the WWE's first big event of the year. It's Busted Open.
Are you kidding me?
Live from the Royal Rumble, Friday at 9 Eastern, only on SiriusXM Fight Nation Channel 156 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What are some of the things that I want to keep the same about myself in 2024? There's a lot of things I would like change. I'd like to keep my work ethic. I'd like to keep the same. That's a good part of me. I get up every day. I go to work. I still have fits of anger. I am still basically unhappy when I should be very happy. And I have everything that I thought I wanted. Now, around New Year's, we kind of get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. I have benefited from therapy a lot. It's one of the best things I've done in my adult life. If you're thinking to start therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, which is great. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, suited for your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime, no additional charge. Celebrate the progress you've already made. BetterHelp.com/TEFT, T-E-F-F-T. 10% off your first month if you do it today. BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
You hear the expression New Year, New You a lot this time of year. People make all sorts of New Year's resolutions. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to drink less. But guess how many people keep those resolutions? Less than 10%. Problem is the resolutions are too unrealistic or just too difficult. There is, however, one simple thing you can change that can improve your mood, your energy level, and your mental health. Your mattress. And that's where Saatva comes in. Saatva luxury mattresses are handcrafted and engineered to give you the best sleep ever. They're plush, sumptuous, and incredibly comfortable. Saatva even makes delivery more comfortable. They'll set up your new mattress in the room of your choice and take your old one at no extra cost. This year, turn New Year, New You into New Mattress, New You with a new Saatva luxury mattress. And now, save $200 on $1,000 or more at saatva.com/SXM. That's SAATVA.com/SXM.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-243-9191. That's 800-243-9191. 800-243-9191.
Journey through the stunning sounds. Nominated for music's highest honor, the Grammy Channel returns to Sirius XM. It's me. Hi. With all the superstars. Breakthroughs. And must-hear music from a remarkable year. The Grammy Channel. For limited time starting tomorrow on Channel 107 and the new Sirius XM app.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my favorite shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch, called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal in TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself, and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv, that's PHILO.tv, and start your 7-day free trial now.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What are some of the things that I want to keep the same about myself in 2024? There's a lot of things I would like to change. I'd like to keep my work ethic. I'd like to keep the same. That's a good part of me. I get up every day. I go to work. I still have fits of anger. I am still basically unhappy when I should be very happy. And I have everything that I thought I wanted. Now, around New Year's, we kind of get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes really stick. I have benefited from therapy a lot. It's one of the best things I've done in my adult life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, which is great. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, suited for your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime, no additional charge. Celebrate the progress you've already made. BetterHelp.com/TEFT, TEFFT. 10% off your first month if you do it today. BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few questions and get your free quote at startethos.com. That's StartEthos.com.
Next time on You Need Norton.
I wasted hours of my time yesterday waiting for something.
When shipping companies hide shoddy service behind bald-faced lies, you need an advocate who always delivers.
My laptop was supposed to be delivered, and I get a notice that says, yeah, they're delivering it today. And I wait like a dope, and I'm like, all right, well, they're going to be delivering it today. And then I get a notice at 8 o'clock or 7 of, driver tried the lie of the driver.
Did your package arrive late?
Hours I waited, and then right before the facility closes.
Did an unscrupulous driver try to cover his tracks with a fabricated story?
I guarantee you they can say, we ran into trouble delivering or whatever. There's another option. They just take that one because for the driver, it's probably more convenient.
Then you need a man who won't back down until satisfaction arrives at your front door.
I texted the automatic thing back. I just was so angry.
You need Norton.
I was home all day, and there's a doorman. I'm like, you lied. And I was a little angry on the phone. I didn't want to yell at her, because I'm like, but I was yelling, but not at her.
You need Norton. Weekdays at 8 a.m. on Lazy Eyewitness News.
I'm smiling. Why? Because I get to read about my friend Steven Singer, and everyone knows what the hottest color is right now. Say I love you to your wife, fiance, girlfriend, sweetheart, daughter, boyfriend, husband, anybody with genitals. The world's best gift is now in a brand new color. Steven from Steven Singer Jewelers. That's right. The I Hate Steven Singer guy. He made what be the most coveted, fastest-selling 24-karat gold-dip rose color in his history. He's had some fast ones. This one blows them out of the water. Here's what it's called, Malibu Pink. This iconic color of Malibu Pink. It's in fashion, shoes, accessories. You've seen it everywhere. I'm not going to read movies and TV. Everywhere. Now available in Steven's 24-karat gold-dip roses. The number one gift for Valentine's Day. It's fucking great. Real roses covered in this luxurious 24-karat pure gold, deeply dipped and hand-finished by skilled artisans to last forever. Steven's Gold Dip Rose Collection. They start at $59. Free shipping, free personalized Valentine's Day card, free lifetime guarantee, and it comes in a little flower coffin. A beautiful box all its own. Beware of these rip-off pieces of shit, by the way. Copycats, fakes. They don't even use real gold. These scumbag cocksuckers only go to Steven Singer. Fuck those other guys. I hate StevenSinger.com.
Here they are. Jim and Sam are back.
I give Barbie all the nominations. They can't give my man. I bet Ken Nuff did get a nomination, didn't he?
Well, he's Knuff.
Ryan Gosling does not need a nomination for Ken like Zach Gosling
You didn't
needs.
see that movie?
I mean, come on. I called him Zach Gosling for a second.
He didn't get one.
Okay, let's see. They just announced the Oscar.
Oh,
What
never mind.
a day of news today is. The Oscar nominations have been announced. Let's see. Oppenheimer leads the nominations with a total of 13 noms.
Nom.
Followed by Poor Things with 11. I didn't see that movie. It
Hear
can't be
great things
good.
about it.
Killers of the Flower Moon with 10. That's good, but it should have gotten 11. And Barbie with 8. I mean,
Greta Gerwig did not get a Best Director.
do you think Barbie deserved 8 nominations?
What'd she
You saw
direct?
it.
Barbie. I haven't seen the nominations yet.
Do you think Barbie deserved Do you think when you saw that movie, were you like, oh yeah, Oscars all over the place?
Yeah, what'd you think, Peter Pumper?
I mean, I'm asking you. It's mine wasn't as loaded of a question.
I think it's a great movie.
But
if it got a writing nomination, that's deserved. If he got one, it's deserved.
But Zac Efron.
None of the girls, though.
No.
Was it well directed or?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
All right, let's see what these nominations
Okay.
are. I want to see what they are.
Best Picture.
Best Picture. That means movie, correct?
That means movie.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
American Fiction.
Look at how many fucking movies they nominate.
And they can't put the Iron Claw up there.
Well, they increased the Best Picture one a while ago to just make it more interesting.
Yeah, and also to give more people to watch more movies. Go see more movies.
Anatomy of a Fall.
People like that
loves
movie.
that one.
People, I got to see that one.
Barbie.
I will. The Holdovers.
The Holdovers, which was good.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Maestro.
There's no fucking way Maestro's
Is
better.
that another Spielberg movie?
No, that's Bradley Cooper's movie.
He's in it, though.
It's on Netflix. Yeah,
he
directed it and starred in it.
No, Steven Spielberg is in it.
Yeah, but he
Is
probably produced it.
Or produced it. Oh,
yeah, Bradley Cooper's the director of it.
Brad Cooper.
There's no way that Maestro's better than Iron
No,
Claw.
they just threw that in.
Oppenheimer.
Great.
Past Lives.
People love that.
Do they?
Yes.
Maybe I'll watch.
We'll see, right?
I guess. Poor Things. This thing right here. And the Zone of Interest. What's the Zone of Interest?
First time
I'm pointing at it right now.
Zone of
Yeah.
Interest.
Go to my belt and head south.
Okay. I have not heard about this movie.
Come on.
Maybe it was good.
Why couldn't they give anything to the Iron Claw?
It was like, oh, it's an A24 movie, so I'm not going to dismiss it.
So is Iron Claw. It's very hot in here. Am I angry or is it hot?
No,
Both.
Yeah.
I'll say you're hot.
Am I heating up or is it? It's not because my
Heat is pegged.
Is it?
Could you adjust it a little bit? Could you go ahead and peg it all the way down?
No,
Like comfortable, you want it all the way down.
All the way
We're
down.
going to catch our death in here.
All the way down. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
All right, best all the way up. We'll go all the way
I didn't
down.
touch it.
There's a phrase you don't know where it came from.
What?
For Pete's sake.
Yes, I do. We didn't know why we were going to do something. What happened was this. There was a chemotherapy unit that had no electricity. And they said, we need to get the electrician in here. There was no one in this unit except for Pete. And he had cancer.
Oh, he did. I was going to ask if
he needed chemotherapy. And they said, get the electrician in here for Pete's sake.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I apologize. You did know where it came from.
Best directing, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Again, with this Zone of Interest, like anybody saw that instead of the Iron Claw. Nobody cares.
Give it a chance.
I will not give it a chance. Okay, this is what's gotten way under my tits. Best actor in a leading role.
Okay.
This is Zac Efron. Bradley Cooper in The Maestro.
Okay.
With the anti-Semitic nose.
Yeah. Big.
That's what the guy looked like.
I'm just kidding.
No. I'm yelling at the criticism, not you.
Coleman Domingo from Rustin. Rustin is not a movie. You ever heard of the Rustin movie?
No.
Rustin Dodes?
Sounds fake.
Rust in peace, you know.
He's looking something. Rustin's not a thing.
No, this is a fake movie.
That's Zac Efron's spot.
Based on the true story of Rustin.
Oh, that's that one.
Who helped Martin
Left
Luther
out in the
King
rain,
Jr. and
yeah.
Another organization.
That was actually kind of clever.
Yeah.
All right, Rustin. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers.
He's very good in that.
You watched it?
Yeah. It's on. It's streaming on the Cock.
The trailer looks very like I know this movie.
Have you seen an indie movie with Paul Giamatti before? Okay, you've seen it.
So I don't need to check it out,
Yeah,
but
it's good.
I'm sure he was great.
I mean, he's awesome.
So Cillian Murphy will obviously win.
Yes, of course.
And then Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. You couldn't put Zac Efron anywhere in here.
Only 5.
Fuckers. Best actress in a leading role. What about Maura Tierney for The Iron Claw? Annette Bening for Naiad.
She's an institution.
I guess you're right. Lily Gladstone. I'm assuming she'll win because she won before.
So great.
She's awesome. The whole movie, Killer Flower Moon, is incredible.
Yeah.
Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of. I gotta watch this Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah.
Carrie Mulligan for the Maestro. Enough of this Maestro.
Yeah. Right.
And Emma Stone for Poor Things.
She might win.
Over Lily Gladstone?
Maybe. People love Emma
Lily
Stone.
Gladstone was good.
She's great.
But, you know.
Best actor in a supporting role. The guy from the Calvin Klein underpants commercials for the Iron Claws, who it should go to. Texas Tornado. Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction. Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. He was great. Yep. Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer. He was really great.
So good.
Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
Perfect.
He's only supporting, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it wasn't his. It was Barbie's story.
I mean, they nominate him, so or they,
put him there.
Campaign for him. So yeah, I guess.
Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. Mark Ruffalo's the shit. Probably Robert Downey Jr. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Best actress in a supporting role. Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer, is great. Yeah. Danielle Brooks, Color Purple. By the way,
Color Purple they redid?
Yeah.
Why? The story didn't change?
I don't know. I didn't know you were so attached to the Color Purple.
No, but doesn't need to be redone. It's stupid.
I didn't see it.
It was great with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah. Danny Glover's in it. I think Adolf Caesar's in it. Spielberg directed. It's very good.
New generation.
Yeah.
So what? You don't need to redo the same story. That's why Hollywood sucks.
Oh. America Ferrara, Barbie. Cool Keith is probably hoping America Ferrara wins that. He likes Ugly Betty. Yeah. Jodie Foster. No, what is this Naiad everybody's talking about now? Jodie Foster in Naiad. And
all I think of is Nell when I hear that.
I get that. And, I mean, you can't give some of the holdovers. I'm surprised that, what's-her-face, the naked one from Oppenheimer.
Scorch?
Not from the Naked Militia. Okay. Who was in the Ari Aster movie that I like.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Florence Pugh.
Yes.
I'm surprised she don't say it, you idiot.
Didn't do it.
I'm surprised she wasn't nominated for actress in a supporting role.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they wanted to avoid the wordplay humor from Jim Norton.
Yeah. So, who are you voting for? Pew?
Academy members are notoriously immature. Best writing adapted screenplay. Was Barbie adapted from the toy?
I don't know.
Oppenheimer.
I don't know why it would be adapted. I'm not sure.
Poor Things, Zone of Interest. That's the Dick movie. Huh? And then that's what Jim said. I'm taking his word for it.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't give best writing original screenplay to The Iron Claw?
Maybe it was an original.
I mean, I don't. Then you couldn't give it adapted screenplay?
Maybe it's a documentary.
May, December. It was not a documentary.
It happened, right?
I mean, it did happen. Animated. This is your category, Travis.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
You never seen Spider-Man?
I didn't see the new one, no.
Elementals?
No, the old one's the best.
I saw Elemental. It was fine.
You loved that?
It was fine.
You love it?
No. Stop telling me I love it.
You love that movie, right? And then best documentary. Best documentary? That's that one that was on Netflix this weekend.
What?
American Nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best one.
That is the best one. That was really good.
They should have given this to Mother God. That was the best documentary.
Oh, Mother God was good.
Mother God was really good.
But none of these were in the movie theater.
Oh, you got to be in a movie theater?
Yeah, for the Oscars?
Who the fuck sees a documentary in a movie theater?
Nerds.
Yeah, you got to be the biggest dork in the world to see a documentary in a movie theater.
Hold on, go see it in the theater.
I'm going to go see a documentary. I'm going to buy a ticket.
Meant to be seen.
Well, they wanted me to see it on the big screen as a documentary in a theater.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard none of these.
How could you have?
To Kill a Tiger.
To Kill a Tiger? How about Tiger King?
Because you know what happens when you let a tiger go.
I do.
Yeah.
Sure.
But sometimes you let a tiger go to finish its mission or fight or whatever that guy said. But that doesn't mean the debt has been paid. How did Fargo not get nominated for an Oscar?
Because it's a TV show.
But it was cinematic.
Oh, so good.
It should be. There should be stuff that's so good, it just gets nominated for other awards, too.
Well, just give it everything.
Yeah, if they just threw Fargo in there and nobody could explain why, I'd still say, at least that guy in the skirt should get an award.
Animated short, documentary short, cinematography.
Gee, I wonder if Oppenheimer will win Best Cinematography.
I still haven't seen that.
It's great. Original song, Knuff.
I'm just Ken. Yeah.
Hit that'll win.
Probably. Or, no, What Was I Made For might win.
Oh, yeah. They got to get Phineas on that stage.
Is that what they want to do?
They love getting Phineas up there.
They don't care about Billy?
No,
They're
she's
just like,
you talking about Phineas's sister? No, they want Phineas and his sister up
I'm
on
more
stage.
of a Phineas guy.
Yeah. What do we got to do to get Phineas on here? Can we get Phineas to perform? Who's the girl singing?
Production. That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about these.
No, those are the first hour awards.
Shout out Iron Claw.
What the fuck, dude? Your whole family dies. You agree to let them make a movie out of it. Not one even nomination for a statue. Thanks for nothing. Just the Texas tornado, that's all. I saw that movie twice.
So twice?
Yup, and I didn't see The Zone Below or whatever that other movie was called. And I won't be seeing
Zone of
it.
Interest.
Yeah, I'm not interested at all.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
A Nazi commandment tries to build a dream life for his family near
Okay.
the Auschwitz concentration camp.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 50% of D's.
D's
nuts.
Damn.
Speaking of D's
That
nuts.
would just be one nut.
That's right. Just coming whenever he wants. Ian Finance. Ian Finance is here with
Hello,
the
boys.
Hi, Ian.
suggested booking time.
I apologize for my tardiness.
Oh, no reason.
The trains were messed up, which I should have accounted for. God bless you, Troy. I deserved that interruption. And, also, I figured everyone hates me anyway.
Oh, I got
So it might be a blessing that I wasn't even here.
You're doing a service to the...
Who hates you?
Yeah. Some people.
Oh, no, I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, just tell them.
Oh, come on. No, I figured the guy with a profile picture of him and his daughter that is like vilely hateful towards me. Is
there a guy who hates you with his daughter?
I mean, that's like all of them, right?
Shut up, Sam. He always.
That's...
Oh, I thought you meant. Sorry, I'm defensive. Yes,
It's
you're
okay.
right.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, no, this guy is just like very angry about my sexuality and demeanor.
Why even read that shit? Like, who fucking cares? Some
Oh no, I
jerk
get
off?
DMs for it too. Yeah,
I can't avoid it.
yeah. But then also, like, I look at his page, and he's just a deeply unhappy man because he keeps making posts of his dead daughters. It's like, I wish I did more to save you. And I'm like, oh, you're not mad at me. You're just upset
his daughter
about.
died.
I guess, yeah.
It's a bummer for so he's just got a
He's
whole
just-
bunch.
he's
of
just-
So I
got stuff
feel
going on.
for him.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I can be a punching bag for him.
That's
so
good.
that he can maybe
Yeah.
feel better.
That's good of you to do. And then,
But is he just attacking you for no reason? Because even if people have genuine sadness and real grief, it doesn't mean that they have an excuse to be fucking
Well, I
shit to
think
you.
I give people reasons sometimes.
I don't think
That's
so.
okay.
No, why? What
It's
reason?
it's funny because like you get all that, but then I look at the comments on being Ian with Jordan, and it's like the most positive,
We've,
wonderful.
like, really
fan base.
cultivated a good crowd of people that like really dig us.
Yeah.
And then they dig us a little too much, and they'll come up and be like, I'm a neurodivergent demisexual that is also suicidal, and I just want to thank you for getting me out of it. Here's a piece of wood because I know that you used to be a carpenter. I'm like, okay, thank you.
What's
Everyone
trying to be unique.
Where I'm like, you know what?
Chronic
Good for you.
uniqueness.
Have it.
That's
If you wanna say that you are that and only that, and that's who you are, man, that's sad. But you can have it.
That's for you.
You know.
A demisexual is a sexual orientation in which a person feels sexually attracted to someone only after they've developed a close emotional bond.
That's not a thing.
That's a thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but isn't that called courting?
Yeah,
Or like
I'm
dating?
a demisexual because I need an emotional bond. That's not a name. That's just a sexual attraction. It doesn't matter why.
Yeah, but that describes like the flirting process. You know, like
they're
I
saying-
get attracted to someone.
Stop it.
Once I develop a bond with them and I like them. Isn't that just like
you don't fuck on-
secretly being in love with a friend?
Everyone is afraid.
You
Everyone's
know?
afraid of being bored, being boring. Everyone needs this unique.
Yeah, but this is the most boring.
I'm a demisexual. No, but exactly. I
Yeah.
have to like somebody. You're traditional.
Yeah.
You're not a demisexual. You're a traditional 1950s kind of how they taught you. You go on some dates and you find the right person and you fall in love after you have a connection. That's what that is. And yet now it's instead of just going, yeah, I'm kind of traditional, it's got to be, I'm demisexual.
I'm
Like,
a
ooh, it's
50s
this new thing.
I'm a 50s sexual. When I fall in love with a woman, I hit her. You know? That's kind of what I do.
Bruce Willis was the original demisexual.
I thought of that and just chose not to say it.
So was Sean Connery.
Hey.
Did you ever see that interview with Barbara Walters?
I did. I
By
like it.
who?
It's amazing.
Sean Connery, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so...
Yeah. She's like, didn't you say you slap a woman? He's like,
Yes.
well, yes. If women have a tendency to deserve it. That was a good
He
Sean
really
Connery,
is.
by the way.
It was very good, Sean
It
Connery.
really was. I thought he was here.
Yes, hello, Bond. I'm James Bond.
That sounds like him when you say it like that.
To the guy who DMs you, I get it.
Point for the sad man.
So you sit on your balls a lot?
What? Yeah.
You do.
Man, you really are the Nardwar of morning radio.
So, Ian,
You really
I
do
hear
deep
that when you
dives.
sit down, you sit on your balls a lot. Is that true?
Dude. That's what I say. Yeah, you don't?
Not too often.
My balls are tight.
I
have
got
tight
some
balls.
heavy hangers.
Yeah, I get tight balls. I never sit
Yeah.
on them.
Never.
No. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I sleep sideways. My sack gets stuck to my leg, and I like do the old peel, and it itches.
How often are you sitting on balls? Yours or otherwise?
2 weeks ago. It really surprises me.
Every
it
time?
just happens. It happens a lot when I like sit down to cross my legs. I think it's the angle of the dangle I get on. You know?
Gotcha.
But it doesn't happen to you?
Not too often.
Interesting.
No, maybe
Let's all stand up, cross our legs, and sit down and see what happens.
My balls never.
It's
I have
a
tight
ball
balls. It's never an issue. Never.
Do you have little balls?
Not huge. No, but it's amazing the copious amount of seed.
Right. Congrats on that, by the way. I've been meaning to tell you.
Good for you.
Appreciate that.
I got to save up. You're just a big load guy.
I'm a cum machine.
Oh, wow.
Put a quarter in me and I just go.
Troy, you've complained about losing elasticity in your nether regions. Do you ever?
My anus.
Just your anus?
Oh,
not in,
no.
not in the...
My sack is.
Wait, what?
Well, he said that as you get older, you lose elasticity in your anus. I thought the scrotum
Yeah.
would be the same, but no.
My bag hangs pretty, especially when it's hot. My bag hangs low.
George's just
do you sit
describing incontinence.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
His asshole looks like one of those things in a warehouse that packing peanuts comes out of.
Do you sit on your testicles?
I have, yeah.
So you know what he's saying.
Of course.
Is it? It's an unpleasant surprise.
It is. Well, it's not like a ooh.
Right.
It's like a ooh.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
You reach down, adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did this come up?
I seen it on my prep sheet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What-
I like
what
to
else
ask
is on
questions.
that little
Okay.
sheet?
All right.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah.
have you figured out what's wrong with the toilet?
Oh yeah. I fixed it.
Well, your mom had said that your toilet was dirty.
No,
because
no,
of
no.
all the shitting.
Tommy Pope said that it was dirty.
Well, because your mom was pissed.
No, my mom got mad because she listened.
Your mom was angry. Is that true?
She was a bit perturbed, but I got tired of people bitching and moaning, and so I gave it like a deep clean.
With your tongue?
Sam, you know, my balls, my big sack.
There's a disinfectant
Yes.
nature to them.
Yes, so I gave it a deep clean.
That's nice.
And it did the trick?
Yeah.
Was it from bad water or bad shits? Or both?
You know how, well,
Do you flush?
I save. When I was growing up, my grandparents saved TTs.
Is that true?
They said
saved
we
what?
don't flush TTs.
What's TT?
Like
Tinkles?
a pee. Tinkles, yeah. We
Tinkle,
only
tinkle?
flush twos, number twos. to save water. Yeah, but I
much
flush.
water
I
does-
broke the chain.
You should.
I changed.
You broke
I
the
won't
cycle.
always flush piss. I agree with that. I don't always flush piss.
I always flush piss.
I always flush it.
You have to flush
You
piss.
have to.
Yeah, what are you, fucking couple of fucking goody two-shoes? I flush my pee.
Flushing
I let it
piss.
sit there and fester.
Washing yourself.
Yeah.
The idea of somebody going into your place and finding piss in your toilet is like, you're not even a human being
That
at that
is
point.
such a turnoff.
It's
when
horrible.
I've gone to girls' places, there's like piss in the toilet.
That's happened?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be turned off if I found a log in the foyer.
Well, you don't mind finding piss on your face. It's a different,
Exactly. It's a
it's a
beverage.
different thing. Totally different thing. But yeah, there's just something unhygienic about it. Like, what are you doing?
Here's the thing. I'm not at my place a lot, and when I am, I'm either sleeping or I'm just like in and out, dropping a bag off and running. And so I have let my place get a little cluttered. Not as much as you're thinking, because I know you're thinking bad, but it's not that bad. It just, like, I basically live out of a suitcase.
'Cause you're on the road
and
so
How do you fit?
I need. Can I tell you the best interaction I ever had that just reminded me of that? I did a split weekend at Pittsburgh
must have
Improv. Keep it coming because this is exactly where I'm going. I did a split weekend with John Lovitz.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't like it. He said, it stinks.
I like that.
It stunk.
I like
Did he
that.
really?
No. He took it. So he did the early shows. I did the late shows. And he took an hour after his show to strike his piano markings. And it wasn't
Why would
good
he
enough.
abuse them?
We have a new sound when a joke doesn't land.
Sorry.
What was
And we've been
that?
playing with it today.
What?
You'll have to figure
Is
it
that a
out.
haunted house door
No,
opening?
we'll have to figure out if another joke
Yeah.
doesn't land.
Oh, wow.
Which I have a gut feeling that may strike us again.
What were you saying? He did what?
Well, he took an hour, and people were lined up outside, and it was cold, and I was feeling bad, and I sold out. By the way, hey, thank you.
Yeah. Well, we all do what we got to do to make it work.
Yeah, you used to have. Yeah, you used to have integrity.
Yeah.
What?
It's literally my favorite sound.
Isn't it great? It's bad because it encourages bad behavior.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's encouraged us to not to tell jokes that people won't laugh at.
It's the best,
but it's fun.
I love it. And so I got really mad, and I was going to say something to him. So I went to the green room. Oh, that's a killer Scal hoodie. I love Scal. They're great. They're coming on the pond. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I hope they don't make a mess. So
Scowl?
It's a band.
Ah.
Did you pass gas?
Whenever someone used to fart, my friend Dean used to go, the breath's the same, but the voice is different.
That's actually a really funny
It
line.
was. He died of AIDS, but
Well,
it's true.
I didn't need his whole life story
From
right
drugs.
there. Yeah.
He's just sheer heroin.
Sure.
Passed away.
Shared needles?
It was before AIDS was really, they knew it was in the late 80s. Yeah. Yeah, he
Well,
passed away.
I took a lot of fun out of the.
Yeah. No,
It was a
it's
fun
actually,
joke.
Actually added fun for me. Yeah, breath's the same, but the voice is different.
That's funny.
All right. Well, I'm going to treat this story like sex is on with AIDS and wrap it up.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway,
Encourages bad behavior.
Yeah, you can't. If you keep going to the table, it's going to break.
So I go to
That's
the green room,
cowbell.
and I go to the green room, and I'm going to say something, and I'm all jazzed up to confront John Lovitz, and he walks in the green room, and he goes, "Hello," and I go, "I can't stay mad at you," and I was like, "Hey, John, I'm Ian," and he goes, "Hello, Ian." I go, "I'm a big fan." He goes, "Big fan? Thought you said your name was Ian," and I was like, "I love it." Yes.
So wait, you were the Late Show?
Yes.
And it was taking his time?
Dude, he took an hour. He pushed the show back an hour.
Wait, to do what?
To strike his piano for the following night, to make markings on the stage of specifically where
Wait,
he wanted
why would
his
you,
piano.
after the show, I would never have allowed that.
Exactly. I was losing it.
If my show was 2 minutes late, I would have said, I'm going to throw a rock through that fucking piano.
And I was so mad.
Out of your
And then
mind?
he stayed for my set or whatever, and then
All right, so
the
at least
next
you got him
night,
back.
No, that was good. That deserves genuine laughter. And so then the next night, he goes, you say you're bisexual. Does that mean you pay for sex? And I go, yeah, John, you know what? It's kind of made me a debt sexual. And he goes, that's good. And I was like, yes, I love you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just sitting around trading bad jokes with John Lovitz.
B-U-Y.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
I would sit there. Yeah, I would sit there all night and just go.
That was incredible.
Just bad joke
It was
after
incredible.
bad joke.
Well, he was giving those kind of jokes in between furiously tweeting about Israel. It was like during his, he went like, he just, I guess, planning a trip.
By the way, what are the piano cues? The fucking piano just sits there. You leave it on stage while
Because
you're
it
on.
had to be at a certain angle and this and that. It was, I was blown away.
I mean, it's literally put the piano, sit and play it, and then get out. 'cause I have
He's a
crowd
bit of a
coming.
particular man.
I don't mind someone's OCD, but if it made my show one minute late, there would have been a Molotov cocktail.
I always
thrown
push
into
my
the fucking-
shows back. I always push them back 10 or 15 because I want everybody served so that the MC doesn't have to deal with, a bunch of bullshit.
So I actually go
stuff.
early for exactly the opposite reason. Punish that cunt. This is Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
The Improv.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm going to be there again in November.
Whoa.
It's a great club.
I'm very excited. I love that town.
That's where
They're
I found
so
out
great.
Richard Jenny died.
No.
What is
I was
that?
in the
Why is
green
every
room.
fun story going like, oh, by the way, here's a death?
No, Rogan called me. Whenever he died. What year did he die? Like, it was many years ago. In the green room of the fucking Pittsburgh Improv.
Before or after you went on?
Might have been in between shows because I picked up the phone, so I'm guessing it was in between shows. What's that? 2007.
Whoa.
I don't think it was that long ago.
Did you talk about it on stage or you just internalized
I
it?
don't remember at all. I think I just went on and started doing his material.
Finally, it's mine.
Nobody else is going to use
What's
it.
he going to do? Confront me?
That's fine. By the way, this Thursday through Saturday, Ian is going to be in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Woo!
The Laugh Stop in Calgary.
Good time of year to go.
I know. -40 right now.
What's the matter? Was Antarctica booked?
Travis?
Is it -40? No.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold. Calgary's in
And
rough
don't
shape.
give me that. No, don't give me that
It was-
shit Celsius.
It was
Fahrenheit, buddy.
I know. I'm
It
just
was
saying in general.
-40 last
I would
week.
never.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
the
wind
real
chill.
feel.
Wind chill.
My
real
fucking
feel.
wife talks Celsius, and I want to push her off the balcony. I hate it.
Why
it's
does
a
she talk,
shit.
Why does she talk about
it's-
Celsius?
Everywhere in the world uses it. She uses it.
Mine does the same thing.
I can't stand it.
She'll ask me what the temperature is, and I'll tell her, and then she'll be like, "No, I don't know what that is."
1 degree in Celsius is equal to like 9 Fahrenheit degrees.
So stupid.
Their degrees suck.
Well, I mean, it's
No.
it does make more sense.
No, it
How?
doesn't.
No,
America
Contrarian
doesn't.
Sam, shut up. Why? Why does it make more
It
sense?
doesn't.
Because why would things freeze at like 32 degrees?
It might be an odd number, but the fact is that
0
like
degrees.
17, 18, and then it's like 69, 70. Each degree represents too many variables in temperature for Celsius, whereas I think Fahrenheit's more specific. Even though 32 is an odd number, but it's just too
Right, and okay, so what does if it's 87 degrees out?
Oh boy,
that
we're
makes,
on vacation, you know.
Matt, if it's 98 degrees out,
Nice.
I'm
You're what?
having a Nick Lachey of a time. I don't know, man. Look, I'm tired.
How tired could you be?
Yeah. You got an extra 45 minutes of sleep.
No. I was up early. I didn't sleep last night either.
Me neither.
No,
Toss and turn.
I was up till like 6.
What are you doing?
I couldn't
I
sleep.
kicked the blankets on the floor, turned my pillow upside down.
I had coffee too late, and I saw a first edit of my special, and so I have to go through all the footage of the second show and make notes.
Yeah.
So I've just been like hate watching myself.
Yeah.
And I have a Don't Tell set coming out tomorrow, I think, and so I had to go through and
What's
like,
that?
pick out the clip. These Don't Tell comedy. They're these like different secret locations that they have that they pack out and put
my whole tour is apparently that.
No, that's called Don't Go. And yeah, so taped. Oh, there I am. Look, right there. I'm wearing a shirt of Jordan doing her Don't Tell set.
I love that. And it's tucked right in there.
Yep. And boy, oh boy, did I.
Oh, they film it?
Not like the set.
Oh, you didn't like Well, why are you letting them film it and put it out?
A woman Yamanika went on before me. I closed the show out, and a woman fell asleep, passed out drunk in the front row during Yamanika's set. And then during my set, she's like sloshing around. And I'm putting it out because I'm putting my special out in April, and I'm banking on, this kind of just being out there to just put stuff out to get.
Create a little awareness.
Yeah.
Is it good money?
It's all right, yeah. Not the worst for, whatever. But
how many minutes?
10. But yeah, I don't know. A part of me is like, I didn't really want to put it out, but it's all right. What can you do?
Do people to watch it?
Yeah, it's going to be good. Actually, we had fun. I had fun.
You know what you should do to promote?
I ended up attacking the
audience.
audience.
Can I give you some advice?
Here's
what I would do. If I want to promote it, I would say I don't really like it, and then I would sit in silence on the radio for about a minute, and then mumble through figuring out where to plug it on YouTube. That would be my advice.
Shut up. Is that what you're going to do for your one-nighter at Side Splitters? You fucking jerk off.
I mean, I don't know if
I was down there and I saw it. I got excited. I was happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm happy for him. I'm sad for the audience.
Watch out with this guy.
Sniping Jimmy.
I mean, he's making a windfall of money.
Look at him up in that sniper's nest.
Whoa!
No, I'm excited. I always hate everything I do, so I need to take a step back, and just be like, "This is great."
I bet it's great. I bet it's very good.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be good. So I've just had to watch myself over and over and be like, cut this and that.
Do you do? I do very specific time codes. Like when I do fucking down to the second. Well, I tell them what I want.
I saw the first cut.
It's gotten me nowhere.
I saw the first cut of my taping. I'm really happy with it. Okay. And we're about 60-75% done, and then I got to shoot 2 more things for it. I'm doing like a special intro, and I'm doing a special outro.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself with the intro because you got the best intro in podcasting right now.
Yes.
That's the measuring stick.
Thank you.
What's the podcast?
This one's
intro?
His podcast intro.
As the Lumineers sings a theme song.
When your life is shit, but you're positive.
There it is.
And then Ian's dancing around. There's a burned out RV back behind him, and it looks awesome.
By the way, the guys that tagged the RV with graffiti, I ran into them one day, and they were like, stoked that we used their tag and everything. They were like fans of the show. And then I was like, dude, would you guys want to throw up B&E and with Jordan tags throughout the city? That'd be really cool. And they're like, absolutely. And then the guy's like, I'll text you a picture of it tomorrow. I go, all right. And I don't hear from him till Monday. And he goes, hey, I got arrested doing it, so I got to skip town for a little bit. I was like, whoopsie.
Oh, that's so funny.
Not my fault.
I was doing it.
Yeah. But
I got arrested.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. I'm pumped for the taping. That was so cool. You guys were there. That meant
it was great.
A lot to me.
It was awesome. Yeah, the special is going to be really, really good when it comes out.
Yeah,
because
I'm really pumped.
I was away.
Mm-hmm.
I was away.
I don't think so.
I looked at your schedule. You were here. But no.
No, I did go to Keith's, but I never go to stuff like that.
The material is really good. The look,
Thank
they
you.
look cool there.
It's a cutting room's a great room.
Yeah. Yeah, and I put a picture of my cat, framed as the centerpiece of the.
What'd you have on the stage? Was there a theme to it? Your apartment or?
I had these 2 leather, I had a big leather couch and then a leather chair and little table, these old school lamps, and I used all the set design from the venue, which is one of the oldest venues in New York, and everybody on their tapings now just has a blank like curtain and like a big stage, and I kind of wanted it to have like a old school like living room feel. I guess.
Yeah, but that's different schools of thought. Like Pryor just kind of would have a stage. Harlan would have a set. Like
Yeah, I had a set. Yeah, I think it's on their.
I've always had a design set, something just with a little different.
Yeah, I liked it, and also I wanted to. Yeah, there it is. I wanted to make it feel. I don't know.
I like
felt
when
cozy to me.
Yeah, and I like it when you have stuff like the way the way you communicate, the way your material is, the way your brain works. Like there's so much going on. That's why like the podcast works with like just stuff on the wall everywhere, because it's like. Yeah, like you seem like a guy that would have stuff around you at all times.
Yeah, it's like a manifestation of my sick little brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. I know what I'm going to call my next special, but I don't have like an idea of how would I dress it. I just don't know.
What's it going to be called?
Sea of Marmalade.
No. What?
I think that's really good.
I like that.
Sea of Marmalade.
People love marmalade.
Imagine a whole sea of it.
Yeah, it's like one of the best condiments when you think about it.
Sea of Marmalade. I am going to call that a Sea of Marmalade.
It's so much marmalade.
I went on a date with a girl at 8 a.m. and she made me homemade marmalade once.
That's Jesus, 8 a.m.
Where'd you
have
go?
to wake up and go on the date? Or wow, it's weird.
Yeah.
Why that's so early?
I don't know. We thought it'd be a good idea to get like breakfast
at 8
for the first time.
How was
meeting
it?
Ever. It was weird.
Was it? You
Yeah,
both
she
half
gave me
groggy. She's got
homemade
fucking
marmalade, and I didn't know if I should kiss her goodbye or
No.
I'm
Yeah, it's
still
like-
kind of getting up.
Everyone has morning breath, fucking gunk in the corner of their eyes.
Yeah.
So would you leave at like 10 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Fucker.
Yeah. No, never saw her again.
Yeah, because that is one of those things that even if it goes well,
But that'd be cool though, to go on like a breakfast date and then you just fuck at 10 a.m. It'd be great.
It'd be
right?
cool if that was like if you had a date the night before. You got to gear up for a date.
Yeah.
I still do. You gear up when I go on dates.
like Danny DeVito and Twins.
Kind of, yeah.
Tonight is your night, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
he
got to
does?
gear up. Get your shit ready. Got to take a nice
Yeah.
dump.
Oh, okay.
Empty out. Get ready.
You do probably think about like, oh man, if this date lasts a certain amount of time, I'm gonna have to shit.
You
I
ever want
better
to be in
shit
the middle of a
now.
great conversation? And she's like, and then I knew, like, when my father passed away, and you're like, hi. You hold that, put a pin in that.
I was on a date and I spent half of it arguing with Jordan over a text message and had to explain to the girl.
About what?
Some fucking bullshit.
Fuck that, right? Fuck bullshit.
Do you guys argue a lot?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, but we got over it. No, we don't argue as much as we used to. But now it's just like little bickering because we figured each other out. So we know how to like diffuse it and just figure it out like kind of in the moment.
Who's usually wrong?
You know,
Depends on who you ask, but
probably
if you do a census and take a poll, it ain't me, brother.
I don't
It ain't me.
believe that.
No, you're a fool. you're
Are you guys attracted to each other?
low grade imbecile.
Are you guys attracted to each other?
In a demisexual kind of way.
Nice.
Bringing it back to an hour ago.
That was good. I liked it.
You wouldn't date, though. I know you've been asked that.
I'd
but-
marry her, but I don't think I'd date her.
Nice.
I'd spend my life with her, but
You should propose to her on the show.
Yeah.
For real. Just to fucking. So she's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah. No, once she gets her like shit together.
When's that gonna happen?
Bro, I don't know.
Like never.
I mean, she just got a dog.
What's wrong with her? She seems fine. Didn't she? I was on. She talked about fucking her stepbrother or something.
Yeah.
She's the greatest. No
She's
one
the
better.
best.
Seems fine.
I love
She's
her.
awesome.
I love
All
her.
I would do is make her talk about that in bed.
I love her
Oh,
more than
jeez.
anyone I've ever loved in my entire life. I truly
Oh, that's a bummer.
love her.
Does she love you?
Yeah, we'd love each other on such a deep, trusting
So why
level.
don't you get
but
married?
because dating, I think, would just complicate things beyond an incomprehensible level.
Would
you
she?
know?
Would it bother her that she would know you had other needs?
Well, what do you know? She saw me on the date, and then she started, firing off all her little text messages at me while I was on the date.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? She saw you on a date. Where were you?
Well, I made her meet me at the cellar.
What are you, hot dog?
No, I work there. No,
So now, was this a young lady that you were on a date with?
Sure.
Was it the young lady we've discussed?
No, this is a different type of
But
young
Jordan-
lady, but the same caliber.
Ah.
Jordan wanted to disrupt it though.
Would I know who
she's
this
a
young
bit of a
lady is?
disruptor. Possibly. She is.
You know, she's right there. I'll tell you. Now,
Annette
I'll show
Bening?
you her.
Was she?
I think it was Annette Bening.
I don't know if she wants me to.
Yeah, she scolded me at dinner. I kept talking to her. She went, "What?"
Really?
I know, I get it. I'm with you. You're Annette Bening. Do we know her, Jim? Hit like on the photos.
Wow.
Follow back.
Really?
Interact with all the photos.
Oh, she's
leave
very
comments.
fucking hot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you know
She's,
her?
No.
You don't know her.
She's a friend of finance.
Ooh, she's
Okay,
hot.
I know what that means.
Does she have a?
A Vinky?
Does she have any? I know she does.
Yeah.
Does she have? But I never would know by look. Does she have
I know.
sites?
Yeah. She makes over 100,000 a month on OnlyFans.
I want to see her naked.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's available.
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's just
but
over here being rude.
I will
no,
say,
she's got a link. I'm saying. But
I will say her laugh sounds like the laugh of snakes from the gangster video in Home Alone. I'm not joking. Her laugh is
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
yeah, it's very off-putting.
Snakes, I'm sorry. I'm going.
why don't you date her full time?
Who?
Does she do porn or no?
No, she does OnlyFans.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty girl.
Yeah.
Sub.
Pretty chick.
Mhm.
Pretty girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of over just the whole like, let's meet up and fuck thing.
Yeah.
don't
After
know.
a while, it must get
It's
tiring.
like
You're going more Demi?
I think I'm Demi, man.
That's sick, dude.
I gotta get to.
Yeah.
I gotta get to Demi.
You want to find someone you're compatible with and you hang out with. like-
Yes. And I'm tired of doing the heavy lifting and the laughing and the talking and the fucking, you know, what are you, you know. And then one girl, Jesus Christ, this one, I
Speak your piece,
What?
my man.
no, just like bragging about how unwell she is, and from the car ride from the car ride from St. Pete's to her place in Tampa, she was like, I put a tracking device on my ex-boyfriend's car. I smashed out his windows with a 2x4. He lied to me, so I called the DEA and did undercover buys and this and that, blah blah. And I'm like, oh god. Like I said to her, I go, I'm not having sex with, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. And she's like, I'm unique. And then now we're FaceTiming every day, but
Was she more stable than you might? Sometimes people give a nutty.
It like legit. The guy that introduced me was like, "Hey man,
be careful.
She will chew you up and spit you out."
She's pretty.
So pretty.
You're FaceTiming every day?
Yeah.
Have you had sex?
No, I told her we weren't gonna have sex. I stayed at her place, and
I wouldn't have stayed at her place if she had some crazy ex-boyfriend who she turned into the DEA. What are you, nuts?
Well, I needed a ride to the airport.
That's smart too.
Go to the airport early. Just sit up.
She's
all night.
really hot. Do you want to see her? She's smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm worried that she might collapse.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, just building on fire.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, I'll never forget her.
Trying to think. Plane crashed into her? No, that's.
Yeah, I was trying to give her a little bit of an inside job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard having sex with her. You know why?
Why?
George Bush did her. No. Ian was laughing. That's
Wait,
not right.
she's
she's got a deep gaping wound
She's
on fire.
911 feet tall. No, not getting the tone. Holy cow!
yeah.
Fuck her in the cunt, mouth, and ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a compliment to any
So I
woman.
apologize for saying that about your girl. That's a security guard. It's just my favorite expression. Holy shit! I used to work at Pergament. A security guard. It was like a department store.
Over
like,
the
like
pandemic,
It was like retail. No, it was like a Home Depot, and there was a security guard named Bob, and he would smoke unfiltered cigarettes. This is like 1988, and his teeth all had unfiltered cigarette stuff on them, and he would drink blackberry brandy on the job. And eventually, he fucking got fired for showing his dick to the cashiers through the windows during Christmas rush.
And they fired him.
And this is your hero,
dude. I want him to be my father. And when he would see a pretty girl, he'd go, "I'd fuck her in the cunt mouth and ass." And I was like, this guy is the greatest person I've ever known.
One of the greatest, like.
But I felt guilty. I said it, but I was just trying to be funny.
No, you're great. I don't care.
I wouldn't do that about you.
One of the greatest like quotables we have from a guy, a guy that one of us worked with that then became like a running quote in our friend group was this guy named Arnie, who was bald and he was a chef at this restaurant. He'd be like, "Yep, no, I don't got no hair on my head. Girls pulled it out when I was eating their pussy." Number 17 is up. Like hand the food over.
It's just so on the nose and direct.
Yeah. Yep. Girls, no subtlety.
Yep. Never grew back because they pulled it out so hard. You know,
kept yanking it out.
I was performing cunnilingus.
Yeah,
you
he was
know.
eating a sloppy dog.
Somebody spoke to him about that language.
Okay. Does it bother you or weird you out at all that there are multiple people that have come on the Being Eden Jordan podcast?
No, you have to have guests.
And gone like, hey, I thought you guys were dating.
They say
No,
to
I
us.
think it's to you two.
Yeah.
Of course.
You and
Yeah,
Sam.
Of course.
Yeah, they assume he's a top because he's a beard.
Oh God! Oh.
Isn't it the worst
think
visual?
about it.
No, I
about
just
it.
got a
Think
visual
about
of Sam on his back
about
just
it.
taking Jim into him.
Oh. And the worst part would be as he kept trying to pull my head down for a kiss.
That's how it would go.
I'd just pull my neck back. Come on. I don't want to do that. Fucking demi fruit.
But our connection. It doesn't bother you?
I think it's funny.
You guys touch each other a lot is the thing.
I guess.
You're physical with each other. You touch each other
my
on the
love
legs.
language is touch and words of affirmation.
Have you guys ever kissed or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
Have you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not on the mouth.
What's it look like?
Like human centipede.
No, I love her. She's the best. I could see myself growing old with her in a heartbeat. Absolutely. But the semantics of like dating and everything, and we already spend all our time together.
But how do you know the sex would be good? That's always the worst.
I don't.
It might
and
just
God
not be compatible.
God forbid it's not, and then it's weird, and then this and that, and then I don't know.
Why don't you guys fool around once and see, but you both go into it knowing.
Once you have sex with each other as a Patreon tier.
I want.
Yeah.
3,500 Patreons.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll have some sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5,000 we'll do anal.
Right.
Well, we joked.
I mean, me and you.
What?
Yes. If you guys had anal, I think Sam's ass would sound a little something like this. We said at 10,000 Patreons we'd have sex and immediately podcast in bed afterwards. Should be hilarious.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be
but
good.
you have how many patrons, or do you not make it public?
It's
make
not
it
public how much money we make.
No.
but
How many patrons? Don't make it public if it's not listed.
I think we
don't
have
say
like
it.
2,700.
That's great.
That's sick.
2,300. I think.
That's sick.
Yeah. We're having a blast.
What do you do
man.
on Patreon? The extra.
We do an extra bonus episode a week, early release, and every 2 months we do an adventure special. 27.
That's
27,
awesome.
11.
Yeah, good
All
for
right,
you.
Thanks. Yeah, we're really having
You're
fun,
real-
man.
That's really good.
And we went to a cabin in the woods and went to a horse farm and filmed that. We went to a Renaissance fair and we filmed that.
How was that?
It was so
that's
fun.
when did you dress
I
up
dressed
as
as
Austin
Austin
Powers?
Powers.
That
Who
was
films
really
it? The
fucking
guy
funny.
films it. You a guy with you?
This time it was me and Jordan's friend Taylor, just on a cell phone. Our producer got sick, so he was supposed to come with us, but we went and did the weekend. There's the three of us, and we are. What are we gonna do next?
What that's it?
Oh, you drive? That's nice.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Wanting to touch your genitalia?
What?
But this is for Patreon?
Yeah.
But it's
so it's a trailer to like show them, and then it's an hour special of like us on a horse farm, us in the cabin, us driving,
An
us
hour
hanging
every 2
out.
months?
Yeah. Like we did a skydiving special, we did a tattoo
jumped?
special. Yeah.
Fuck, how was it?
Oh, it was the best.
Had you
Love
done-
it.
had you
I
done it
suggest
before?
everyone do it. Yeah, I did it before. I really, really enjoyed it.
And you had an instructor, like a guy?
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
fuck, that's scary.
Yeah, it was really nice. The guy and
Imagine
the
if they'd
woman
done it without
filming.
an instructor.
Well, I mean, like, are you at a point where you can jump
Not
by
a good
yourself?
question.
Yeah.
You know what I would? I would even jump out of a plane without a parachute if they would grab, if I was with a trusted team of
No way.
fellas.
Even
I
a
don't
good
know,
team
man.
makes a mistake.
There's so many people there that they wouldn't make a mistake.
They got this.
Sure they do.
They
The
got
parachutes don't open once in a while?
If you got 4 guys
Nice.
and
What if you fall wrong and you just plummet?
your bros got your back, dog.
Your bros always got your back,
Your
dog.
bros got your back.
Your bros always got
Fuck
the back, dog.
Bros got the back, dog.
You don't got bros. That's the problem.
Yeah. We're going to Vegas. We're
You
going
put
to do
the
like
hose
dune
first.
buggy riding and shit. So it's really fun. And then I do a monthly playlist, and we do a movie watch along where we watch a movie and we record it. And we're going to start doing.
Wait, how do you do? I mean, how do you do the movie where you watch with the crowd, with the audience live?
No. We can't do anything live because Jordan will say something she shouldn't. We need to edit. So we pop a movie on downstairs in the studio, and we just record us watching the movie, and we go, all right, start, and you sync up the movie with us. You watch along, and then we're going to start. You can rent out Alamo Drafthouse for the day. So we're going to start doing that and have like Patreon only like invites to watch movies with us, or even just have us do live
Are you gonna
watch
call
alongs
it-
in the theater alone.
Are you going to call it Doug
Watching
Benson's
me
movie
and-
interruption?
Oh, no, what's that?
It's when Doug Benson runs at a movie theater and interrupts the movies as they're
Does
running.
he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but we had talked about that years ago on O&A, how much we wanted to do. It's just a thing. It's
I think anybody can do
Yeah, it's
it.
like nothing is like original.
A Mystery Science Theater did it.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
there's no, when it comes to something like that, as long as you're not doing like Doug's style, like if you're you and Doug, I mean, renting a movie theater and talking while the movie's on
Is not.
We
Is
talked about that
exclusive.
15 years ago
Classic
that we
black
wanted to do.
thing. Oh, sorry. Dude, one of the best times. So I just did the Sunshine Comedy Festival in Florida.
It's Side Splitters.
It's Side Splitters.
Yeah.
And Coastal Creative. And it was so fun. It was amazing. It was like a transformative weekend for me. I had a really bad December. At 4 o'clock in the morning, me and a couple friends dove into the Gulf of Mexico, and I rebaptized myself. It was
that's
the
smart.
best. And
The Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Gulf of Mexico?
Why would
What do
you
you hate about
rebaptize
that?
yourself?
Because
The
he had a
Gulf of
bad
Tonkin.
Well,
Gulf of Tonkin.
Anyway, one of the best times I had these two people were doing a watch along with a Star Wars movie, and so me and two friends went to heckle their heckling.
That's fun.
And it was the best.
It was?
Oh, dude, we were getting a bigger pop than they were. It was awesome. I loved it.
When
Yeah.
you do a regular watch along, though, how do you have to turn the volume down and listen to it on a because you can't play the.
Well, if you play it on a
we're-
TV and
we're
you're just talking
mic'd
to a
up,
microphone.
and the TV is kind of low, so we can hear it, and the mics don't pick that up, so you just
Oh.
hear us, and then you watch us react to it. So we did Home Alone.
Are
we
you
did
showing the movie too?
Beetlejuice. No.
Oh, people have to watch it.
Yeah. There's workarounds for that, but it seems pretty.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just doing it on Patreon, it's very easy to just go.
Yeah.
Turn the movie on. This is where it's streaming.
Yeah.
And then you'll be if you can.
And we
Or you
try
put it on what's the other
Vimeo.
Yeah.
We try to do movies that are free on like YouTube or free mostly on streaming platforms. Yeah, but because we don't want to like make it inaccessible to people, even if it's like $3 to rent. You know, I know some people are strapped sometimes. So
Yeah, they're already on like Patreon.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah.
well,
Makes sense.
also everything is $5. So like we give all this stuff away for $5.
That's a lot
We don't
for $5.
we don't do like the whole like we have a $10 and a $20 tier if you want to like you really dig it and you want to give us money, but it's like I don't ever want to like gatekeep content for people that enjoy us.
Dude,
You know
it's
what I mean?
hard to do on Chip, which I've put that page silent because I wasn't doing it and I didn't want to take
Mhm.
money. But to have to do the tiers is a pain in the ass. So I started taking the tier. It was just too much.
Yeah.
You're too busy with fucking everything else.
Totally, and I don't want to overpromise, underserve,
Yes.
and then at the same time, like, I also don't want some perceived like status thing of someone. Oh, well, I pay this amount, so I it's $5 for everyone. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
and
if
if
you
you want to give more than welcome. Thank you. If not, I totally fucking get it. You know, but I don't like the idea of like people paying extra for special treatment. The only time that should be done is with, Delta. with my Delta card.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
you like Delta.
I do, yeah. They're the way to go.
Front row tickets are more expensive though than like.
I know. I've been trying to get rid of that at my shows.
Oh, really?
The
Like, just
preferred
like-
seating.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I just want it flat rate, but
A lot of
it's
clubs
so
don't wanna do
hard.
it,
Then
right?
again,
with
people in
Live
the
Nation
front
and
might be annoyed that they paid the same. People in the back might be annoyed that they're paying the same amount as some guy way up front. Like, why am I paying $25 if you don't?
First come, first serve.
I guess so. Sure.
Yeah.
Louis did that.
What?
Louis did that with the Garden. Like, or he tried to at least with all $25 tickets or whatever.
Yeah. I just feel more comfortable about that. I feel terrible to like. I don't know. I feel so bad like taking money that's more expensive
than it has to be.
Yeah.
They fuck you on the fees anyway, though. Even if you charge
They
$25,
do, man.
there's no way around it.
And that's the thing too is like, comics are jumping from clubs to theaters, and it's like, man, I don't want to do that. I want to go clubs to like rock venues, so that the
That's fine.
prices don't jump to like $75 a ticket. And I'm like, I feel
How come
guilty
they jump from
taking
in
that.
theaters? Just our
I don't
theaters?
know. I
Oh,
really don't know. Just
Live
talking
Nation
to my friends,
has
they're
it,
like,
and Ticketmaster. There's tied into systems that are going.
I'd much rather play rock venues. Like I sold out Amityville Music Hall on Long Island.
That's
It was
awesome.
like the best fucking time, man. It was great.
stand
it
or
was
sit
super
for you?
packed in. I had them sit. That's a standing only
I
venue.
had 'em sit.
Had them put chairs in. And so I've done rock venues in the past, and it's really fun. And I dig the stage setup. And I'm not a theater act. I've done theaters.
Yeah, you are. You get the energy for a theater.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like the intimacy of like a tightly packed room. The dude, Town Hall, my most favorite theater I've ever done in the history of time.
It's great.
It's 86 feet from the stage to the back. It's so vertically sat. It laughs at every part of the stage you can hear. And some of these theaters, it's like, am I bombing in the back? Yes, but
I always just go, I wish there were people there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, these are not my theaters. I'm opening for other people.
Yeah, was I not clear?
Yes. No. I'm not a theater guy. Come on. I like rock venues because they're easier to fill.
Yeah.
And they can spread the seats.
I like intimacy. No. It's 100 seaters.
That's the amount of tickets that one has to sell.
I'm looking for a rock venue that holds 15 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
A tiny desk venue. Like NPR. Just 10 people. Let's go.
And 6 of them just work there. They're just already there.
They're stuck.
Yeah.
Contractually obligated. I did that. Oh, my God. When UCB was around and kicking, they had a thing that
Are
was...
they done? Or
Didn't they start up again?
I think they did. I don't know. But they did a thing called Stand Up for One. And you had to come in at like noon and do stand up for one person.
Did you? And you did it?
Yeah.
Did it suck?
Crushed.
You did well. No.
It was so
No, it's terrible.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Oh my God. It was, woo.
No? Okay, I'll do another one.
It was a real lesson in set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Just that we did it. Time to move on.
Oh, I love it. Well, everybody should pack out Laugh Stop in Calgary this Thursday through Saturday, all weekend. Ian's making it all the way up to the Great White North.
Yes, and may I say as well, I'm starting a West Coast run next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing a weekend in Seattle, and then Portland, going down to Sacramento, San Francisco,
San Diego,
Los Angeles, and then we're doing a live podcast run in Nashville and Chicago.
Ooh.
So February is going to be the month of Fire Dance.
Do you guys
so
do
come on
gigs
out.
on the road together?
No, but we've talked about
Yeah,
it.
you should. Why not? You could broadcast from there or do like a fucking stand-up and podcast combination. Why wouldn't you?
It makes so much sense, but we both have different agents, so it's hard to. We're debating if we should get like a podcast agent or
You don't want to pay a percentage
we
to
should
somebody else.
both
Just
be
tell
on the
your
same
agents what to
team.
do.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
I think that'd be the way to go.
We want to
right?
do this, this, and this, and if not, one of the agents has to go.
Well, we're starting to do festivals where we do a live podcast and then she headlines a night, I headline a night, or we do split headline where like I'll do a half hour, she does a half
Sure.
hour back and forth. So we're kind of playing with that, but
Yeah.
it makes a ton of sense and it's really fun.
Yeah, I wanted to having different agents is like I've talked to a couple guys about going out, and it's just out of the age. It's annoying. It's like it is. You know,
it is. And then like even just bringing my own openers is an annoyance with like the chain of command of like I tell this guy and then that guy, but I'm really happy, man. I've been bringing a guy. My buddy I started with in Philly, Ryan Shaner, really funny comic, or Chris Scopo. I don't know if you guys, he's a New York comic.
Name is familiar.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, super funny, but I bring them out and it's so fun. Or my buddy's life is disintegrating. His wife left him, and so now we're like travel buddies. So he comes out with me on the road on the weekend, and like he's meet me in Seattle. We're going to Portland. We have all this stuff planned. Like I'm so excited.
And he's just hanging.
Yeah.
That's great.
He's got like a really good like travel job, so he has like miles and everything. So it's great. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. His wife left him. His life's falling apart. It's the best.
Yeah. Oh, for me, it's fantastic.
Lucky him.
Yeah.
My wife and I have a new video up as of a little while ago. It's one night in Cleveland. It's just literally about my dumb Cleveland trip. It was It was the first thing we shot on the camera, so it's a little all over the place.
You guys are my favorite to watch.
Oh,
it's
thanks, man.
so fun.
Thank you.
I love it. I
Thanks,
really
Ian.
love it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we're working on it. I mean, it's who we are. It's like,
Yeah.
we don't put it on. People are like, you putting this. No, we're not. You
Yeah.
ever seen me act? Please.
Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't
not
work.
great.
No.
Yeah.
And my tour is going, so come see me. And I had a lot of California stuff in March. And you just go to JimNorton.com. I'm all over the fucking place.
You can go to IanFidance.com for all of Ian's dates. See him on the road. Watch Be an Ian with Jordan every Wednesday on all streaming platforms and YouTube. And, of course, Friday, I'll be in Tampa at Side Splitters doing Not Sam Wrestling Live. Spectacular show leading into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We'll see you all tomorrow.